Hello and welcome, everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump in the actions, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 here a month, and you gain access to some cool emotes. In addition to that, we do have open slots available. We need one more player for the Tuesday early game, and this coming Tuesday, we are going to be sitting down and having our session 0 to talk about where we begin, what story we want to tell, and where everybody wants to go to. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We also have an open slot available in the Tuesday evening game. That game is currently deep within the heart of the Xhorhas, I believe? And they are currently hunting down the most prized asset to the entirety of the Zemnian forces. Eyes, a Volstrucker who has an uncanny ability to perceive everything around them. And we also have an open slot in the Sunday early group, which is the ones that are deep within the heart of the Empire. And they just tragically had one of their characters die, but maybe he's coming back, maybe he's not. It is up to him to discuss with his god, and, well, that is between them.
Who died?
You're going to have to watch it.
Was...
that was Tuesday evening who died, not Sunday. Vice versa, yeah, what I was describing, vice versa. Tuesday and Sunday are different. Yeah, Tuesday had somebody die, but yeah, it's unfortunate. But anyways, I think that'll be all my shameless self-promoting. Hey, Kaz, have you noticed that you've been giving the recap like every other week lately?
Yes.
Talking like that. Hey, look, it's your turn to do the recap.
So last time on... I can't even remember what we're called now. Last time in the Vampire Hideout, we started on phase 2 of the boss fight. Nebula transformed into some void warping mass, essentially sucking in everything in towards him as if he was a collapsing star almost. Kind of battle was going forward, everyone was getting pulled in. There was continuous aura dealing damage to all of us if you were even close to him, and it was really restricting movement. We managed to get everyone back up, and overall we managed to be fairly successful at the fight, narrowly dodging a couple of attempts at people going down, and ultimately were able to bring him down, resulting in a giant explosion. They nearly dropped 2 of us, but in doing so, Casimir was actually able to consume and harness the energies of Nebula, gaining another blood count powers into his own. Although it took quite a while to digest, and it very nearly tore him apart, since he was sitting at about 10 HP at that point. Afterwards, we also found out that the battery that he was housing, that was essentially a power source for him and also was keeping him fed, was... How do I word this? Using to quote Liara, a child as its power source that was just floating in the void. That being Urgold, who is actually a bugbear, not a child, but it's Liara, what do we expect? Urgold kind of joined us as, yes, an orphan. He kind of joined us, asked what was going on, thought himself that it was really strong, but even with Casimir's weakened states, still destroyed him in an arm wrestling contest without cheating in the slightest. It was entirely, completely legit. There was no cheating involved at all. But he managed to
keep going.
We managed to defeat the wizard at least. I believe we then kind of just researched the place. We started extracting. I can't remember what those actual crystals are for. What are the floating things? Big pieces of rock that actually float and lift stuff
Asteroids?
up. No. The ones that we found in
Broomstones.
brimstones, thank you.
Broomstones, yeah.
Brimstones, yeah. We got a chunk of them.
Sorry. Asteroid?
I know. I was like, I cannot remember what these things are called.
It's good.
I was
it's
like,
good.
they make things float. We found a bunch of them, took them, scavenged the place for what was even left after Liara's destruction of it, and the later explosion that happened. Finding bits and pieces here and there, an extra ship, a random strange book, and, odd bits and pieces that we could take back. So we ended up sailing away, taking our loot and our heavily damaged sails back to our ship to relax, recover, take stock of everything, and get ourselves set back up. Owen and Bulkhead's ship got reinstated to its former position, so it was no longer a junk heap. And then we set sail. We didn't really know where we were going initially. Right now, we were just kind of going places, but we agreed to at least let Urgold head back to his home. So we set sail for Volition. During that time, we had some discussions. We chatted a bit. Kaz and Urgold shared a couple of moments sharing a bit about each of them, about what goes on in Volition, since that is the current resting place of the original vampire. He seems to know a lot about what actually takes place in that world. So I believe for the period of time they've decided that Urgold's going to join them, stick around and see what happens, and in time might even help Casimir take that place to overcome what happens there. And I think the rest of us kind of decided that we were going to head to the Ibis ley lines. And during that time also we just summoned a bunch of people, because you get bored on a ship when you're travelling for like a month, and fishing doesn't cut it when there's nothing to catch for multiple days. So the only form of entertainment we really have is just gating people from all over the universe into here. And that extends from random fiends to Garfield, who made a bunch of new friends. Met the parties, totally wasn't creepy, and we totally didn't learn a lot about him. And now it's potentially disastrous that he's now in the astral plane, but it's fine. What's the worst that can happen? I think that was about us. Now we're just on our way to Ibis ley lines.
So, you all are spending quite a little while traveling through the astral sea, tracking down after the Ibis ley lines, knowing that it is circling around the perimeter of your universe at the very edges, where it's constantly rotating around the barrier between New Embrace and the Beyond. Now, for many of you, this is the first time you've ever contemplated the Beyond, or the ley lines themselves. You know what lingers within your universe. You've known a few creatures that have even been influenced by the Beyond, but you've never actually spent any time contemplating what it is out there. Owen and Bulkhead, of course, you're more than knowledgeable. You do have a handout for the pirate's ship. It's in the handouts section, right?
Yeah, I looked in there. I don't see one.
Oh, it's in the archived handouts section.
Now it's there.
There you go.
Yep. Cool. I was just thinking I was gonna rewatch last week's stream and copy it down or something, but no
I mean,
big
you
deal.
could still go back and rewatch it if you would like.
So how long does it take to go from Volition to Ley Lines?
From where you are, not exactly at Volition quite yet. To the ley lines is going to take you all probably a month and a half to travel. You're flying to the outer perimeter, intercepting where it will be crossing by as it flows around the universe.
All right.
During that kind of period, I would say to our spellcasters to potentially check out the landscape portraits and say something felt just a little bit funky with them. They seemed almost a little bit too perfect. Don't know if there's maybe some magic going on about them if someone wants to
Okay,
do
that
their
sounds
magic
interesting.
stuff. I thought they could have been portals because of how perfect they seemed. So.
Well, maybe not portals, but if you use that scene as your anchor, you can teleport yourself there. So the paintings wouldn't themselves be necessarily magical, but they would give you an exacting reference to teleport to.
Familiarity.
Yeah, but you would also need to know where these places were. You can't just look at this picture and be like, take me there. Because if you don't actually know what world it's on...
Was there a label under them? I can't read a lot of languages.
Actually, when you look at the bottom, investigation, Liara, since you're the one asking.
Oh, we took the photos with us? I didn't think we did.
Yeah,
that.
Yes, we
because
did.
the portraits
I
are
specifically took
stupidly expensive.
We're art salesmen in 11.
Yeah, you have the dick vase and now the portraits. Well, it's not very difficult to find. Not at the bottom of the portraits, however, on the back of them. The one is labeled the Enchanted Grove. The another one is the Crystal Caverns. And the third one is the Floating Isles of Etheria.
Floating Isles of Etheria sounds fun.
Can you type those out?
I'm doing
Or
that
is
right
the
now.
spelling... Yeah.
And do they mean anything to any of us?
You mean a vacation? What are you talking about?
Exotic languages.
Well, I would have just cast...
Well, he asked
comprehend
if it
language.
means anything, because y'all can
Oh.
read them. Well, it's Hungrul, so Liara and Casimir can read them. And our new member, But, it's knowledge of the language which allows you to understand the customs of the world. Who here understands Sylvan?
Well, that wasn't... I mean, I understand Elvish.
Nope, Sylvan. Who here? None of you are from there, so you wouldn't know that one. Undercommon.
Draconic. No.
If you're going to go down a list of languages, you picked the wrong group for that.
Those are the only
challenge.
two that would matter. So, just
Yeah, we are.
well, someone
we have-
asked if any of us know, and well, you would have to understand the native language to possibly know.
Isn't Lucian like the god of knowledge or something like that?
Something.
I'm the guy... really good potions and business.
You
Like,
even
don't
make
come at me like
potions?
that.
You look at his makeshift shrine, and it's literally a bar with a few books.
That's... What are you even a god of?
I never said I was a god,
I haven't
but
seen
I am a
someone-
god. It's complicated.
I haven't seen anyone pray at that shrine once.
What do you mean? I'm praying at it all the time.
You're a
don't care
god of
about
what?
you.
You just recall him sitting there sipping shots and reading books.
Conducting, you know...
The god of leisure.
Come on, out of character. Sounds like a great job. God, like, right? Like, He just wants you to sit at a bar, have a drink, and read a book. You know?
You just have to contemplate your own knowledge, and that always happens at a bar.
That just sounds like an alcoholic's excuse.
Yeah, I'm not an alcoholic, but I do like to drink that drink that lowers my intelligence.
You may not be an alcoholic, but you are a coke fiend.
A
So, I
coke
mean-
fiend? What are you talking? I'm not addicted. I can quit at any time.
Oh, perfect. That means I can cut you off then.
What are you talking about? We're not doing that.
Oh, okay.
What happened to quitting any time?
I can. I don't have to.
Any time doesn't mean right now.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So yes, none of you recognize these landscape portraits in front of you.
You guys want to go there while we're waiting? Oh, let me grab your
Can't.
Chevy real quick.
I mean, just the picture of the
How do
place
you
isn't
forget?
enough. You need to know, like, you have to have some idea where it is. Like, even what planet it's on. I mean, you can try to teleport with it. Tell me how that goes.
It
Okay.
could be to Volition, and I don't think that's somewhere we actually really want to go just yet.
I
No,
don't-
definitely not.
Those floating isles of Etheria sounds like a vacation, guys. We could definitely try to go there.
And the enchanted groves and the crystal caverns, they all sound rather pleasant, but also remember that we took them
Are we
from a
just-
vampire's lair.
Are y'all just want to go on vacation?
make
That's what it
a-
sounds like.
Can I make a history check to see if I know anything about those places?
You don't know Sylvan, right? Or
No, I
Undercommon, correct?
No, but they're talking about them. So I was
Yeah.
wondering if-
I'll say history with disadvantage because this is something, as somebody from the ley lines, you might have known somebody, but everyone else, I know where you come from. I know who you've talked to, so it's.
that one. Never mind.
I mean, 12 is still information. The floating
Fucking throw the
islands
brackets.
of Etheria. You
I rolled
think?
a 20 and a 1. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, you think Etheria sounds like a world you've heard about before, like a backwater world, like, you know, where all of them are from, Zodiac.
Euphoria sounds familiar, but it's. I feel like. I think it's just another backwater like Zodiac.
What do you mean backwater? We have scientists.
Also, we killed water, so we don't have backwater.
Water
How-
better watch its back. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys put water in its place.
Cass, get a DM inspiration for that. That was fucking hilarious.
Jeez.
Are you trying to become the next Caligula?
What?
Become the next Caligula.
I'm not even going to dignify any of that with a response. However, Casimir, you're going to need this, and I'm going to hand you a headband of intellect I made with replicate magic item infusion.
What's that gonna do?
It's going to make him smart enough to be allowed into the ley lines.
It's not really my style. Like, I don't really wear, like headbands. It's...
Do you want to be treated like a normal person while in the ley lines? Or even allowed in at all?
I mean, do you really think they could stop me?
Yes.
Yes.
See, that's sounding like a challenge.
You
It's
got this.
really not. We went through all this trouble to defeat defeat Nebulo, and give you more power. I feel like you trying to force your way into the ley lines and get yourself killed is a terrible choice.
To be fair, getting myself killed is about on a daily basis for us. But Is this like on the tundrous place? Is this like an actual law of the existence, like how I couldn't teleport before, or is this just a personal opinion?
I'm assuming it's a legal thing, not an actual like fundamental law of the universe.
It is
Just
not a
like,
fundamental law of the universe. However, the ley lines are filled with the most intellectually advanced individuals throughout all of history. They have precautions in place for big, beefy dickheads.
So what I'm hearing is, once Casimir goes there, it'll be complete. They will have all of the most intelligent minds.
Yeah.
He would definitely not help to raise the curve.
My six is perfectly suited.
The curve would benefit from his existence there because it would improve the curve.
They do not allow
Technically.
outliers.
Just lie to them.
Extreme.
Back in
There
character.
is no lying to them. They will know.
No, I'm saying out of character, just lie to me.
Oh.
Anyway, in character, do you have it? Am I gonna be safe? Should I get one of those bands too?
On a scale of 1 to 20, how smart are you?
Why 20? That's so specific.
It's a standard unit of intelligence measurement that is used by the ley lines.
Well,
Yo,
if
look at
I had
what
to say
standard is that?
20 with me.
I would say I'm slightly above average.
Here's the thing: the average is an 8 out of 20.
I thought the average was 10.
No, the average is 8. A common person on any given realm has an intelligence of 8. People who have any amount of skill in anything that revolves around intelligence would be bumped up to a 10. People who are actually proficient are around 12. People who are expert range of their given field would be 14s to 16s, and then so on.
Okay,
put it
and
in-
the answer in those terms, I would say my character's proficient in intelligence.
So, say it.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I can only have one of these active at once.
After a couple months, I'm pretty sure my character would pick up on the Casimir stuff. So I'm like, why does Casimir need it? I thought he was really smart. I'm gonna say that loud enough so Casimir can hear.
Well, of course, I'm a scientist. Maybe he
Science.
should need it, because I am fairly expertise in the science department.
Exactly, he doesn't need it.
I want to go in there saying we're scientists.
It's a cultural exchange. They have to accept us.
We might be able to skirt by with but we will not be able to skirt by with Casimir.
Why?
Maybe if we say that these are the top. Oh my god. It might be true. That these are the top smartest people from Zodiac.
That's not going to work because I'm from Zodiac.
Yeah,
And they know
made
that.
He actually made the theory that Zodiac wasn't flat, and it was it was a controversial statement until very recently.
Well, volition. We can say I'm sparse for volition.
You know what?
It was a
I'm just gonna put this headband here and let you guys sort this out because at this point there's no convincing any of you. And just understand if any repercussions occur, I'm gonna be disinclined to assist in saving your dumbasses.
I'm going to turn to
Bulkhead?
Casimir and tell him, you should put on the headband for science.
Yes, I'll put it on the. And by the way, Bulky, you talking about consequences? This is right now. This is consequences coming back. We have been indulging a certain somebody and their beliefs for quite a long time, and now it's coming back. Now it's coming to a head, isn't it? Not Bulkhead.
This is my fucking choice, bud.
What do you
You know
mean?
what, Lucian? You make a valid point. For science, I should put it on.
All right. So you're attuning to that, and you're unattuning to what, Kaz?
I guess it has to be my boots.
Oh no, not the Coke boots.
Looks
Well,
like you're
the
doing
only
coke.
thing I can attune to otherwise would be my sword.
Yeah, that would never happen.
Why do you need a sword, Casimir?
I-
Use your
I don't-
fists like me.
I do. Or I can just use my siege gauntlets, but still.
Mm-hmm.
So, you all continue your flight out there. Flying along the edges where you can see this ethereal chain that wraps around the universe itself. As you get closer to it, Bulkhead, you have to stand at the helm of the ship and allow the temporal centuries to scan you. You or Owen would suffice, since both of you are registered within the ley lines. It is so that you can fly close to the edge without them destroying your vessel completely.
Should, for safety's sake, one of us be near the helm of the Wasp and one of us be at the helm of Vitamin C?
Well, unless you've parked the Wasp on Vitamin C.
The Wasp is
We-
parked
we-
on Vitamin
yeah,
C.
we did.
Then it's fine.
What did we do with Dushemi's ship?
It's being towed behind. That's where Leora keeps gating people in. She's gated a lot of people.
I'm assuming since it's being towed, why didn't we just stop off at Zodiac?
That's the
to
opposite
drop off
direction.
this ship? We were going towards Volition and then decided to start flying towards the ley line. Oh, whatever.
You could have also just sent him back, like, on the ship.
Regardless, so would I know that they would treat us as a singular unit since we're towing this other ship?
Yes. The temporal sentries are capable of distinguishing associations between objects.
Okay. Owen is attuned to the helm of Vitamin C, so I'll probably pretty much just stand idly on the deck, just for safety's sake, for the sentries.
Well, as you all get closer towards the edge of the universe, you see the shimmering lines course across them, these little breaches of energy that connect, and as they shimmer and glow off in the distance, there's this movement that moves hundreds of miles quickly over towards your position, where you see the lifting of light pulling out from the chain itself, and you, Bulkhead, wander over and just look directly at it. The light pushes outwards with a glow and just scans over top of you, and then the light recedes back into the chains. You're fully aware that you are capable of keep going right now.
All right, we're all good, Owen.
All right, I'll keep her going.
All right. So, you continue flying until eventually you come across the floating islands that you've all been searching for. Of course, time skipping here, everybody. The Abyss ley lines, a breathtaking marvel at the very edge of the universe of New Embrace, are a celestial formation of 9 magnificent floating islands, each an embodiment of a distinct school of magic. These islands are suspended gracefully in the vast expanse of the cosmos, tethered by ethereal threads that shimmer with a mesmerizing luminescence. Their collective presence serves a profound and noble purpose, one that resonates throughout the universe itself. as you are moving closer towards them. You are looking over for Portal Island right now. Since the islands are constantly rotating and shifting as they need to, it's sometimes difficult to distinguish them. However, let me bring you onto the map. The shape of the islands are familiar to each of you, or to the two of you. Portal Island is the furthest, most pushed out island on the ley lines themselves. It is the only part of the entire 9-island connection point that is outside of the barrier that is created, thanks to Autumn Resistus, which is the island meant for all things abjuration. Now, when you go flying over towards it, you see that there are 5 Gith that kick off the edge of the island itself, carrying with them these large contraptions on chains that are meant to clamp onto your vessel, disengaging it before you can engage with the island itself. All 5 of these Gith who are kicking off and moving towards you are actively wielding weapons, not sure of your alignments in this area.
What happened to their noses?
Just ask
they're
people what
born
happened
like
to their
that?
noses. Also, they're Gith. They just look like that.
Maybe someone stole them.
The first of them
Nose.
steps onto your vessel, no longer floating, and walks directly towards your helm, Bulkhead, handing over the strapped contraption to you. You know you have to attach this to the helm so that your ship will lose all of its magical potency so that they can ensure the safety of the ley lines. This is standard procedure.
Yep, I'll do that.
As soon as that happens, the ship lurches and snaps into its held position, and 4 more are placed all around this massive vessel on various different locations. The Gith who stands there in front of you will begin speaking to you in Gith, of course. You understand that, right, Bulkhead?
Yes.
Okay. And Owen and nobody else, correct?
Probably.
I hit comprehend language before we landed.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be silent. It's my thing.
Fiora is playing with Melissa.
The vitamin C. Your ship was reported to have been attacked by the vampirates, and it was reported also that there were no survivors of this location, though there was a 4% anomaly of radiation within the territory, divine to be more specific. What is your report on this?
Without having to sort of say it myself, he'll go into how Owen and I were stranded, saved by Gabby, then eventually assaulted the vampirates and took back the ship, and then at some point we did save 1 Gith crew member, so there are 3 survivors. Myself, Owen, and I believe I wrote down the Gith's name. Maybe I didn't. I'm annoyed.
I shot one in the dick a bunch of times, and then I pissed on another one.
So, you bring with you individuals who are not currently registered within our realm, and they reach behind themselves and pull out a tablet and begin to move the tablet, and it moves up and down. Who's standing the closest to them right now, outside of Owen and Bulkhead?
I mean, I'd probably be standing right there. I'm interested in what's going on.
All right. They scan you up
Same
and
here.
down. Ding, ding. They look at it and then look over at you. Lucian?
I don't think I can actually speak Gith. I just understand it.
They will speak in... Actually, they'll speak in common. Lucian,
Yes.
what is your surname?
Galanadel?
Your sister's name?
I think it was Leah?
Last 4 digits of your divine code.
I don't have a divine code.
Says here that you are... Oh. You are wholesomely welcome to the ley lines within. You will have to read, of course, the proper procedures and proper handlings of magic and magical items within the limits of our city. That will be issued to you immediately. They snap their fingers, and one of the other giths come over to you with a book that is easily 2 times as large as the original Art of War.
Thank you. This will be very instructive.
They'll go over to you next, Erg. And Bulkhead and Owen, you're aware that they're about to scan him to test his intelligence and, well, who he is.
Hey, do we have to do all this right now? It's been months. We literally took care of the vampires.
We have proper procedures in place in order to protect ourselves.
We rescued this individual from the vampirates. He's in our debt.
Then why do you not banish them back home?
He wished to travel with us.
He has a life debt to pay. He's basically a slave.
He'll turn over to you, Lucian. Is this a portion of your dogma that you are trying to enforce upon other individuals within the realms and cosmos?
It's not my dogma.
Then whose? By whose authority must they pay a life debt?
I didn't say he owes us a life debt. I just said we rescued him. That's why he's with us, and he wants to go with us and, travel and prove himself. I don't know.
They'll look
By
over at
my
you,
own
Vulcan.
authority.
You do not hold any authority here.
I held authority over myself, and I said I owed a life debt to them.
They bring the object up and will proceed to scan you. Not even reasonable for our janitorial staff.
Well, he's not looking for a job. Just passing through.
We have a very high standard of individuals that are allowed to stay here. It is for our own safety and the safety of the cosmos to allow only the most advanced of intellectuals to board our home.
Only the most advanced, Liara is going to say, holding a toddler on her shoulders. I have the most advanced toddler in the galaxy on my shoulders right now.
Oh, man.
Is that Nira Devu?
Melissa, you better win this thing of smarts. I'm going to put her down in front.
She will wander over to the toddler who looks at you. Roll me a persuasion, Liara.
I'm going to use game advantage on this. The most advanced toddler. 28.
She will go over. Hi, my name is Melissa. And 2 plus 2 is 4? For a toddler, you're reasonable. And we'll proceed to scan her. Remarkable. She is about on the same par as the bugbear.
She's 3.
She is no Nira Devu. Nira Devu is somebody who's going to be invited to the ley lines as soon as they are of an appropriate age to make their own decisions. Their intelligence is already scored at the top 1 percentile of all individuals in the realms.
Melissa, where's the Erdevu?
Melissa will turn to you. Should I go kill her?
Yes.
That is not allowed into the ley lines.
The fact that a 3-year-old could say that.
That is not allowed into the ley lines. You will be subjected to stay on the vessel. Okay, can I have some matches? Sure.
No. He points to Melissa and Liara and is like, I'm going to apologize in advance, and they're from a backwater. They're from Zodiac.
That's the smartest toddler on Zodiac.
They don't really set a very high standard, and now they're scanning you, Liara. So, the individuals that are behind, that is Bulkhead, Owen, and Lucian, I would like a perception check from the four of you.
Am I using sight?
Yes, you're not smelling something, you're looking at it.
Well, I just want to make sure, because I get advantage if it's using sight.
Yeah. Let's go, Owen. From over the shoulder of them, as it scans through Liara, for the first out of all of the scans, there are red text at the top of it in Gith that warn as Planetary Threat, Cosmos Threat 3 Origins. And then an image of a woman that looks human and dissimilar to anything you've seen Liara look like altogether. As soon as that scan goes off, the Gith will look down, look immediately up at you, Liara. What is your husband's name?
Casimir? I don't have a husband.
Really, where are they?
Kaz!
As soon as you turn to look, they put a collar immediately around your neck, and you are paralyzed. Emergency Protocol 3. Take all of them in immediately. Inert now. They snap their fingers. A moment later, you all open your eyes, and you are inside of jail cells with none of your equipment.
They get past my surprise.
Why did we get arrested?
They can't take off my arcane armor.
Yes, so
it cannot
you
be
will
removed.
still have that, but everybody else is. And they are not attacking. Time stop is a hell of a drug.
Like
I
10,
didn't see
12
anybody
Yeah.
catch that.
There's no.
It might have been a contingency.
You can't contingency a 9th level spell.
No, you
You
can't.
can't.
Ley lines have safety precautions in place.
Do I
Oops, wrong
see
one.
Melissa in one of the cells?
No, you are actually blindfolded,
Well, I was-
gagged. All of your fingers are tied together around one another, and you are held in a very uncomfortable position in here.
Because I kind of saw where this was going, but I'm assuming that Lucian doesn't know exactly what's going on with Liara, not as well as I do, right?
And no, he does not. And also a 16, you did not see this coming, unfortunately. The 32 of Owen saw that she was alerted. She alerted the guards very heavily.
Yeah.
But it's okay, everybody. Casimir, you finished the words that you were saying as you're looking inside of your cell.
The fuck is this?
What the fuck did they do? And
So-
they thought I was going to kill people. Well, now I'm going to kill people.
Are there bars or anything like this? Is just like a complete cell with no windows.
It is a solid stone structure that is laced with magical scribings across each of the walls. There are no windows, there are no doors in any of them.
Melissa, tell him this is a misunderstanding. You're here for a toddler thing.
You can't speak, you're gagged.
Oh.
They took away all of your spellcasting everything. Yeah, Kaz?
I tried to cast a cantrip, doesn't do anything.
It does
like
not.
trying to cast guidance.
Nope.
Can I remove my gag or anything like
Oh,
that?
nobody else is that extremed. Just Liara. Everyone else, you're just in your cell. Liara is the only one who's interlocked fingers, gagged, everything.
Are we
Yeah,
on the
start
same
to-
cell or different cells?
Different cells.
Okay.
Can I start to look for weak points?
Go ahead, start an investigation. Your headband of intellect
Yeah.
was removed, so...
Oh shit.
Did they remove that cursed helmet from me?
They removed everything from everybody. Except Bulkhead's
Ooh,
armor
that does-
can't be removed.
They
It
can't take
doesn't
all my-
mean that you aren't attuned to those items still. It's just you're not wearing them.
He doesn't have the benefit unless he's actively wearing it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying with Liara, with the cursed item, like
Yes.
he's not
what-
unattuned to that item. It's just that you're not wearing it.
Correct.
I was gonna say, how I understood it, it was like fucking stuck in her head.
Yeah, they would
Um,
remove that from you, no problem.
I'm assuming that
Oh no, they
actual-
couldn't remove that from you because that would hurt you, so they can't do that. Yeah, no, that's still in your head then, Liara. My
Does
bad.
Kaz still have the claw?
Can we resolve one thing at a time, guys?
Sorry.
Thank you. Casimir, 19. Investigating through the walls, you see that there is one point in the walls where it feels like the wall could probably move down, but they would have some type of ability to do that, like a mechanism on the other side. Aside from that, all of these walls feel very magically infused. If you had your gauntlets, you could probably break your way out, but without your gauntlets, it'll probably take you about, like, 3 weeks to break through. Give or take.
I'll get started.
Yeah.
3 weeks is not too much for me. So
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
I'll get started.
Roll me a d4. Are you doing the weaker wall where it's like they could come through if they wanted to? Or one of the other ones?
Yeah, I'll do the weaker wall.
Okay. You start punching and slamming your fist against it. Bulkhead, as soon as you're coming to this realization that, shit, people were alerted, you hear pounding and slamming. It sounds like on the other side of your wall, but not on your wall, like a different wall.
Who is smacking things? What's going on? I know what's going on in a general sense, kind of.
Can we see any of the guards or anything? Like, can we?
You
talk
are
to
in
anybody?
there are walls and ceilings all around you, pure stone,
There's no
runic
wi-
markings.
okay.
Yeah, these are sealed off
windows.
chambers. Yeah, why would they let you see Hope?
I don't know.
Oh, so that we're in actual like 6 walls,
Isolated.
no bars.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Have I
and
ever been in jail before?
in the ley lines, probably not.
Okay.
It's one of those things that's very hard to get out of incarceration once you get in there. But while you are waiting, your cell. One of the doors opens up, and you see that there are 4 Giths standing there with these large kite shields and halberds sticking out directly towards you.
I think you're gonna need more than that.
We wish to speak with you,
Why me?
because you have no known associations within Zodiac or any other of the realms Luna has had direct influence inside of. Therefore, we are suspicious of you, but we are not overly suspicious.
All right. If we can solve this diplomatically, then let's give it a shot.
The Giths step out of the way, and an elven woman steps out from around the corner. She's roughly about 60 feet away or so, and she has a table between you and all of these Gith as well. Her robes are very long, flowing, beautiful looking, and there are pendants draping all around her as she stands up straight, and her eyes are just focusing on you. The same Gith who was speaking before will gesture for you to step out of your cell and over towards a table.
I'll do that.
Once you sit down, they will take out a glass, place it on the table, and move their hands, and you see it fills with water.
Do they hand it to me, or is it?
It's just
Like-
on the table in front of you. You're not shackled or anything. You're just released first.
I'm curious if this is actually water, or would it be an investigation to see if this is actually just like pure water, or if this is like a
Nature
truth serum?
check. Nature check. Unless you're proficient in poison or supplies.
No.
Okay, 4. Looks like water. Smells like lack of anything. Water.
All right, I'll just drink it.
All right. We need to have the exact story very straight from you. You understand, this individual is a planetary level threat that is potentially hostile to 1/3 of the entire universe, and is capable of destroying 1/3 of the universe if left unattended. You understand how dangerous that is, correct?
I understand that power, but I don't.
Hostile towards 1/3.
I don't know if they are hostile. I literally just joined them like 2 months ago.
We're not asking if they are hostile. We have our records in place. We know that Luna is incredibly hostile.
All right.
So, where did you meet these people? Please describe the circumstance very specifically.
All right. So, I was about ready. I was going out, trying to fight the Nightweaver. I heard how powerful the Nightweaver is, how strong they were. I wanted to test myself against the Nightweaver. Unfortunately, that thing got the jump on me and knocked me out and kept me in a void somewhere. And as you know, in voids, you have no idea how much time has gone by, so I have no idea how long I was in there for. But this group of people defeated the Nightweaver, and I was freed from that void. And because of that, I wished to join them to repay the debt that they had done for me by releasing me.
The Geth sits there and just seems to be staring at you for a few moments. Has the individual Luna expressed any need to exact revenge, destruction en masse, anything such as that in front of you since you were voyaging with them? What is she planning? Do you know?
That's 2 questions, and answer the first one is none of what she hasn't done anything like that. Talked about any plans, talked about any vengeance on any galactic or planetary scale. And the answer to the second question is pretty much is the same. I would not know. If they are planning any of that, they're hiding it well. The only destruction that I've been hearing from is Casimir.
The one she claimed is her husband.
Wait, Casimir and them are an item?
That is what she claimed, but it is on no written record that we house.
Well, that's new to me, if it is.
Very good. You've been helpful. We are much appreciated. Would you like your compensation in the way of food, wine, or services?
I don't need no compensation. I just want to get back to my group.
Well, your group is currently incarcerated until we can clear each of them.
All right, if you just give my food to any poor people or whatever, any kids. I don't need it.
We don't have kids on the ley lines. Very well. Then we are done conversing with you. You may step back into your chambers and we will adjust them to be more comfortable for you while you wait.
All right.
They gesture behind you, and as you step inside, you see that a lavish, lovely-looking bed materializes, a feast upon a table grows, and the walls fade away, and you're just surrounded by a beautiful moonlit sky on a very warm summer night.
Interesting.
Now,
I'll go in.
as the pounding is happening, Bulkhead, that was across from Kaz, right? Yes.
Yes, I was the one that's hearing it.
Bulkhead, your door opens up, and you see the same 4 Gith that were accompanying the original scanner who was in here. Designation code. What is your unit number?
Warforged construction model. Serial code 8U7KH43-D. Designation Bulkhead.
Designation Bulkhead. Under no circumstance are you allowed to fib, lie, or bend the truths around us. You understand?
I have no intention to.
Good. step aside for you to walk out. You still hear the pounding on the wall on the other side.
He'll walk out.
As you walk over to the table, you see that this must be a more serious situation than you can recall. They currently have the the High Ruler of Ombre is currently standing before you. Their name is Irisai.
He'll do a short, respectful bow.
The individual does not acknowledge you whatsoever, as somebody of their status here probably would not. So they are the leader of the entire school of necromancy here.
How may I be of assistance?
Eunuch Bulkhead, how long have you been traveling with this criminal, Luna?
I do not know of anyone named Luna in the crew that we were traveling with.
You are fully aware that lying to us in these circumstances would lead to your immediate dismantling and repurposing, correct?
I am fully aware of that. I am not lying to you.
How long have you been traveling with this individual then, the woman on the ship?
Jim does not know the amount of time, but Bulkhead would.
It's been just over 5 months or so.
5 months, give or take.
And in all this time, have you heard anything that is concerning to the ley line specifically, surrounding her intentions, diabolical plans, or possible interference within either divine or arcane states? I should forewarn you that she is hostile to 1/3 of the known universe and is capable of destruction up to that level.
I will take that into account. From what I know, she has been calling herself Liara. There has been no mention of anyone named Luna. As for any plans, I'm sure you're aware of the 10th level magic that was cast recently.
Yes.
That announced itself to the entire universe.
Yes, it happened on some rock on the far edge of the cosmos.
She did it.
Our designations already show that she was capable of 10th level spellcasting. It is good that you have first-hand experience, knowledge that she has done that. Breaking of the laws of nature and bending of that has caused a rippling effect across the cosmos itself.
She wants to hold a fighting and cooking tournament. Her actions are the result of pure whimsy.
I assure you, Luna's intentions are anything but whimsical.
I do not believe, this is my opinion, I do not believe that this person that you have incarcerated is the same individual that is a threat to the entire universe.
Her soul and arcane composition are a 96.30% match. There, of course, is room for error. But you mean to tell me somebody of that close of a caliber and match is not the same individual who is capable of doing what you have just admitted she is capable of doing?
I am not fully aware of what she is capable of. I know she is a very talented wizard. But as far as malice is concerned, I have seen nothing to the level to which you describe. She is intelligent, but has the mind of a child. I believe she said herself she's 2 years old. Her actions are based mostly in whimsy.
The Gith before you will turn and look over at Eerie, who will move over towards the table, take out some pieces of paper from a folder they have, and put it on the table and push it over to you. This individual that you are attempting to protect, these are the deeds that Luna has been written capable of doing. Mass extinction, total number 132,000. World solemn, iteration 2. Purpose of the extinction. A cultist group sacrificed her child that was warned to not to have been born out of her nature and with its father, a devil, high devil at that, born of Asmodeus himself. Child's potential destructive nature and capabilities would have been universal ending if it were to reach full maturity. Next occasion, able to escape from the abyss single-handedly, breaking out of the infinite time loop left within herself. Capable of hiding from all manners of assassins, murdering of 16 highly trained Githyanki assassins who were trying to apprehend the individual. Capable toppling of 3, 4, and 5 separate governments, all because they owed her a favor and would not pay. Toppling of the government was not just by the heads of house, but also their families, next of kin, and entire lineage, up to 6 generations. This is the individual you are attempting to protect.
I am not attempting to protect this individual. He is pointing at the paper. Who I am attempting to protect is someone I believe not to be this person. However, if I am wrong, I will accept any and all consequences. I do not believe this person, this Liara, is this Luna that you speak of. I think they are 2 different entities. And Liara has the unfortunate fate of sharing a majority percentage of her genetic code.
Well, her genetics are 100% different, actually. It is only the spiritual soul composition as well as the arcane composition of the individual.
Is it not possible that this individual would be able to create a copy?
A simulacrum, absolutely. But a simulacrum would still be her.
If this Liara is a simulacrum, then I retract my statements. If the relationship is that close, I have nothing further to say.
We will be returning you to your cells. Do you have a recommendation for who further to interrogate?
No. I do have a... And I'm in no place to ask this. I do have a question.
Being warranted a sentient core is what allows you to have the place to ask anything. Go ahead. On the ley lines, it is never frowned upon ever to ask questions. That is a very different thing compared to most cultures. In Ibis ley lines, no matter what, it is always appropriate to ask questions. Always.
It's irrelevant to this scenario. I've been looking for my daughter for a long time. Is she alive? Her name is Melion.
I'll tell you what. Eerie gets very close to you. If Melian is alive, then you tell me who amongst them would know more about this Liara, or Luna as it is, and which of them would be most likely to buckle under interrogation. And I will find this information and present it to you directly. And furthermore, if she is dead, she places her hand onto yours, I will personally resurrect her.
The one who probably knows the most would be the individual Casimir. They are very close. As for his capability of buckling under interrogation, he's an incredibly powerful vampire. The individual Lucian might also know quite a bit, but I believe his connection with Liara is less than with Casimir.
Lucian. He is supposedly a god who had dominion over that rock out there. Was he not?
From what I understand, yes.
Then you have given me ample information. I will send one of my agents out immediately to investigate. You may return to your cell.
Of course. Then he'll go back.
Yep. Unescorted. Once you step inside, the cell door does close, and they do not warrant giving you any special comforts or accommodations. A moment goes by. Lucian, your cell door opens, and you are not met with the Gith. Instead, you are met by the high elven woman who stands before you. Her hair looks slightly greasy and unwashed. Not like she's dirty, like she's been incredibly busy lately and hasn't been able to tend to things like aesthetics. Sitting on her very slim and slender, thin nose is a pair of bifocals. You can tell they're bifocals because, well, you've had people in your family who needed them to be able to see far away and read their books at the same time. Lucian Galenadel, Lord of Knowledge and Potion Drinking from ZODIAC. Classification, D-rank god, correct?
Yes and no.
Please step out of that cell. There's no reason for you to be kept uncomfortable. Follow me.
I will follow them out.
They walk down the hall and gesture at a couple of large, comfortable, leather-coated couches, and one is seated from across from the other, and there appears to be a coffee table with drinks already set up, food, just slight finger food, elven variety, and she gestures for you to sit across from her as she lounges downwards, crossing her legs, and leans back against it. So.
It's complicated. Lucian is a minor level god on Zodiac. And I am him, but I'm not. It's weird. I'm an awakened clone. So I'm him on the planet just like he was here and then became a god. Now I'm him here, but I'm sort of following where his life would have went if he didn't become a god. It's kind of a thought exercise.
You are a simulacrum.
No, I was his clone that he created before his final battle with Leo. And he awakened me about a few months ago.
Alrighty. Well, that is quite a bit more information that we are very thankful for. Now, on to more pressing information. You are aware, I presume, that Liara is actually Luna, correct?
I was unaware of that fact. I knew that she was a powerful spellcaster who had a penchant for somehow convincing people to switch bodies with her. I mean, as far as I can tell, every time it's been consensual. It's incredible.
That is actually hilarious, yeah. Anyways, back to the seriousness. So you, as the god of knowledge of your realm, was unaware that this individual is, or at least is, a simulacrum of Luna Moonshade. Possibly the most dangerous person, at least on your home realm, guaranteed. On many others as well.
Well, I never paid too close attention to her because she was never like aggressive or power hungry. I mean, she's obsessed with, you know, her laboratory, and she's got a bunch of harebrained schemes. Nothing that I would say
Harebrained
was against
schemes.
anyone else.
What do you mean by harebrained schemes?
Getting enough broomstone together to fly the castle in Morian on Zodiac. You know, just sort of like floated above the rest of the city or something. I don't know. It's interesting to think about it theoretically, but in practicality, it's probably not going to work out.
Well, she is a 96.30% match for magical composition as well as spiritual composition to Luna Moonshade. And you are aware of who Luna Moonshade is, correct? And her deeds?
Yeah, I have met her.
You've met her.
It was not fun. But I would say this. Well, given what you've said to me, it sounds like if Luna created a simulacrum, it would be powerful enough to kind of become its own sentient being.
No.
I don't know.
It could be its own sentient being, but it would still be her. Her habits, her wantings, her desires. Same as you are to him, correct? Same as my simulacrum to me.
Possibly, but it seems like in boosting the power, she diluted the personality.
So you think that there is some tampering happening within the simulacrum? Please emphasize on your theory.
Well, knowing Luna the way I didn't know her well, but she's really tricky, and I wouldn't see it beyond her ambition to switch things around and just try to make a boosted vessel for herself or something. Kind of backfired.
I want you to roll a persuasion.
Persuasion. I'll use my game advantage. 14. I'm gonna re-roll that 3 with luck.
Sure.
So the bottom is 14. Come on. No, it's still
14.
14.
We will take your insights into Arcana and the nature surrounding it into consideration with our verdict and dealings. In the meantime, if you so desire, you are welcome to a temporary pass within the ley lines. We've actually been hoping to recruit you to work with us here.
Well, you're off to a great start.
How would you prefer us to handle a threat such as that? To wait and ask questions, or to leave it vulnerable and immediately protect ourselves?
Well, it sounds like you know who I am, and I'm not someone who needed to be caught up in this dragnet of, lunacy.
I can appreciate your attempt at humor given the situation to make the room a little lighter. Thank you. And they will hand you over a amulet. So long as you wear that, you may walk amongst the ley lines freely, monitored, of course, while you are doing so.
Well, thank you.
Keep in mind, any casting of spells of 5th level or higher are strictly monitored by the ley lines themselves, and we all will be alerted to it. Enjoy your
Will
stay.
I be returned my equipment?
Yes, of course. As soon as you leave these chambers. And
Alright.
they gesture at the wall, which collapses downwards, and you're escorted out by a couple of Gith.
All right.
Next up, Casimir. You've been punching for about 30 minutes now. You're not tired yet. So, as that is happening, you hear from the other side of the wall, I would ask that you stop pounding on the wall for a moment so we may converse.
You said it's only been 30 minutes?
Only 30 minutes, yeah.
Damn it, I was hoping for an hour.
Sorry.
Well, actually, it's been 30 minutes, but how long has it been since I've last ate?
Since you last ate, to get you in the
Given I
cell
was-
took 1 minute.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
know,
been
but I don't-
31
I-
minutes.
Well,
We'll say you
okay.
probably eat before you get to New Worlds because, it's just courtesy, You don't
Well, I need to eat
arrive.
every hour.
Yeah, so you're about 31 minutes in. So,
Okay.
do you stop pounding?
We'll pause. So you can't speak?
Yes. We are going to be conversing with you directly. Now, we have been alerted that you are a vampire lord. Now, we will forgive you for the fact that you were attempting to cheat your way into the ley lines with that tiara that you were wearing. However,
I said it was stupid as well.
very stupid attempt to hide your intelligence.
Yes, I know, I was already clearly smart enough to do this.
We are going to lower the door, and we are going to have a conversation with you.
So be it.
The door lowers, and you see the 4 Giths standing there with all of their shields and weapons drawn, aimed at you.
That really would not have been enough, but good attempt. Where are we going, and what is happening to the rest of my...
There is a seating arrangement over. They nod with their head as they all, step, blocking you from going, or so they believe, stopping you from going somewhere.
I'll start to walk. Answer me one question very quickly. Have you harmed her?
No prisoner is ever harmed by the ley lines before an exact verdict is reached by our court system.
Inside check.
Go for it. I actually think Melissa is Luna. Just 11. You cannot discern any lying from the individual.
I'll continue walking.
You get over, and you are not met with the same comfortable chairs that Lucian was met with. Instead, you are met with these stone tablet chairs that make you sit upright, but like slightly forward, so it's kind of uncomfortable. And as you get over there, they gesture towards the seat for you, and one of the 4 soldiers moves over and sits down to look at you. So, you are her supposed husband.
Not really. We're scientists. That's about it.
And scientists are not allowed to fall in love?
No, but we do not have that.
Let's just cut to the chase. Liara is Luna Moonshade, correct?
No.
Explain.
But simply she's not.
I
They are
would
different people in their entirety.
encourage you to give us more details.
Well, there is a lot. It's rather complicated.
I believe
is
I
this
will be
what-
capable of keeping up.
Sure. Is this what this is all about? Because you're scared of Luna?
Luna is a tier
Bitch.
3 threat to the cosmos itself, capable of eradicating up to 3 worlds at once if she is unleashed within her fullest potential. Yes, we are terrified of allowing her to hurt anybody else, as the Leyline's job is to protect this universe.
Only 3? Her position is lower than I thought. But, yes, you're worried, you're scared about the bitch. Yeah, but she's not Luna. She might be a shade of Luna, something to that extent. A magical product, so to speak.
A
But she
simulacrum.
is not. Sure, use whatever word you want with it. She was made out of clay and diamonds, originally.
Good, good, yes. Somebody is getting somewhere. Please continue. And they start taking down notes.
She has some memories, some connections to Luna, but she is an entirely different person. If anything, Luna hates her. Luna wants to kill her, sees her as a failed experiment.
A failed
Jesus.
experiment. Where do you come up with this information?
Quite simply, I have lived it. If anything, if you're wanting Luna dead, then you're on the same side as Liara.
No. We only want things that break the laws of the universe directly dead.
I mean, I don't really know those laws, but I probably broke a few.
You have not. You have broken many ethical laws. You have broken almost every moral law. And you have broken the laws of almost every city you've been inside of, except 2. And you have broken the laws of friendship, trust, and love on multiple occasions. But you have not broken any laws of the universe.
Yet. We can put it to a yet. I'll work on the rest then, shall I?
Please continue. As you're
Uh,
talking, I need a perception check from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. As they are writing down on the piece of paper in front of you, they seem to be writing in common for their report instead of just Gith. And though you are reading upside down, you can kind of read a little bit of their handwriting, and they're writing super quickly. And they have labeled you as a citywide threat within an hour.
Well, disappointing. But I wouldn't comment on that. On this city?
Yeah.
Well, this city, perhaps. But, yes. They are sort of linked. They have a connection. But yes, Liara is against her. Entirely. They're not the same person.
Tell us about any plans that Liara has shared or confided within you. Any ideals she aspires to, any goals she has in mind that seem a little outside the norm for a decent person.
She really likes cooking. It's strange, but I mean, I just let it go.
They drop the quill
There's
and just
this-
put their hands in their head in their hands. Just
Hey, it's beyond the norms for most people. I know the blowing up the moon is entirely normal. So, I mean, I assume you all heard the mind message that came through.
yes, she
So
broke
we
one
are
of the laws
planning-
of the universe.
I mean, yeah, that was just a regular Tuesday. But things happen. Technically, we were allowed it, so...
Who gave you that authority to do
See,
it?
I can tell you that I'm not a snitch.
I would encourage you to snitch if you want her to ever see the light of day again.
I don't really do well with threats. And especially not if you put my friend's life on the line.
Sir,
If you're wanting me to help you, don't do that.
we are encouraging you to help us. You believe that you are protecting a friend. We believe that you are protecting an incredibly dangerous individual who can have consequences across the entire universe if they are unleashed. Now, please, help us.
If I wish for the universe to be dead already, I could have had it that way. But I didn't. Regardless of that fact, Nier is not a danger to the universe. Danger to herself, most likely. We already had to go and find her after she killed herself. Chasing after the stupid child.
Suicidal tendencies. What child? The small child who keeps asking for matches.
The arsonist, yes, you should kill that one.
Why?
Just label it an accident or something, you've misplaced baggage.
We do not kill anything without purpose or reason. As far as we've been able to concern, she is quite literally, at worst, a threat the same capabilities of you, let alone planetary or universally.
If you need a reason, I've got about 2,000 gold, is that enough reason?
No. You try bribing a guard to kill a child. God damn. I love it.
Hey, this is what started. This is the second time he's done this.
Yeah, no, totally. The second smartest 3-year-old ever.
Also, it's Melissa. It's not like it's just any child.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's not actually a child for
specific
anybody
person.
watching. That is actually like a 30-year-old woman who is a big danger to a lot of people.
But if you're speaking of who is like the worst person, that child is actually a bigger threat to the world than Liara is, or at least to general society. If you give her a match, she will set this place on fire. Just so you know, she's an arsonist. But good luck with
We
that.
have made the entire building fire retardant just in case.
Yes, because that will help. So what else do you want to know? What things or do you wish to learn about? I can ramble on all day, but it doesn't mean may as well save all of us a breath.
We are looking for any proof that Liara is not Luna. And if that is the case, the information you have presented to us, we are sending over to our diviners to confirm as we speak. They are going to be looking through the past to see if what you described is accurate or true.
Aren't you guys supposed to be smart? Couldn't you just tell that she's obviously different?
We can. She is a 96.30% perfect match, however.
So,
Now, we
I
are
know I
also
am a
aware
scientist.
she is an incredibly powerful spellcaster, and changing your abilities is something a spellcaster can do, let alone she has her soul jaw, which, of course, we have already safeguarded from use.
Right, so I might be a scientist, but I really don't need one to know that 96% is not 100.
Correct. Hence why we are having a conversation before a verdict is being made. Though as of now, we have only words to go off of, and I believe we are going to have to subject her to a mind probing. Unless, of course, you can give us proof.
She's only 2.5 years old.
The physical body is, yes.
Yes, well, no, that's how long she's been in existence for. But, physical proof, what do you want me to do? Genuinely, what do you expect me to produce in this that will be able to convince you?
Information. Anything we can confirm through our diviners.
Is it possible that I can grant you limited access to memories? So that you can see it for yourself?
To your memories?
Limited access that I control.
You would not be capable of controlling our probers. They are mental artists within their own right, and they will dig up the information they specifically seek, which would be any and all things pertaining to her. Would you consent to such a investigation?
Not for everything, that's a lot. That's too much information.
Well,
Although I don't know how she would go about doing it. But if you intend to bring her any harm, I will destroy this place and everything in it, and everything that you love. But,
surprisingly, you sound more like Luna than everyone else's description of her.
I mean, potentially. Maybe I'm Luna in disguise. Oh.
No, we've already tested
know.
your intellect capabilities. Your brain is working at roughly 1.5%.
That sounds pretty good.
We will be escorting you back to your cells now. And
Unless you want more carnage to happen, you will require to feed me. Otherwise, I will break out of that cell faster than your rope actually
yes,
commences.
you are a full-fledged vampire, correct?
Blood count.
Correct.
If I don't eat every hour, then, well...
They will reach into their pocket and take out a syringe and hand it to you.
Do I look like an animal?
That will satiate you just fine. It is a replacement formula we have constructed for vampires and vampires alike to be able to consume instead of having to harm individuals.
Yeah, you can keep it.
Then you can starve. They take the object, the syringe back.
That is going to be more your problem than it is mine. I would like to see her, though.
That will be arranged as soon as our investigation is done.
I said before her investigation. If I talk to her, I can give you more of the proof. Because if you go alone, you will get next to nothing. Do you want answers? Allow me to be in the room.
Persuasion.
It's not a difficult ask.
Persuasion.
I'll use recap advantage. Four.
We will get our information our way. And they close the cell.
Before I walked in, did I see if there was any more of a weakness for that?
If there's any what?
If there was any more of a weakness, anything that I could have learned, like a way to try to keep it open,
Perception,
anything
yeah.
like that.
Yeah. The wall was almost fleshy when it was on the outside. The interior of it was almost like it was made to look like stone, but it looked a little fleshy. The weak point would be the center of the wall itself. That is where everything kind of collapsed inwards and then expanded.
Okay. And they said that they would not hurt. they could not hurt anyone until anything was deemed. Like, until the process was finished, didn't they?
Until they had a actual trial and finished. But this is the trial.
So, if it was entirely possible, can I stick my foot in the door?
You can try?
I want to try.
Okay, give me
I'm
a...
trying to purposely get them to injure me so that it can...
Alright, give me a sleight of hand check. Foot in door without them noticing. 17, yeah. It closes, and as it is doing so, your foot gets stuck, and you kind of like move, falling backwards, and your foot hanging up, just sticking out the door. What are you doing?
So much for your words that you wouldn't do anything. Is this how you handle everyone else?
Self-infliction does not count. Remove your foot.
It's a little bit trapped right now.
They open the
You'll
door.
twist it.
Your foot falls.
Is this how you intend to handle her? If you're that sloppy, you're not going to get anything.
Remove your foot.
So be it then. See you in about an hour when I break out.
They'll close the door again.
I was trying for another attempt at the persuasion.
Yeah, you kind of just made an ass out of yourself.
Yeah, true, fair enough.
Owen, your door opens up.
Oh, finally.
Follow us.
Alright, I'm coming.
They bring you out to the same interrogation room that that I've described numerous times now.
Mm-hmm.
Give us your security code and job application.
1338. Captain of a Spelljammer.
Captain of a Spelljammer.
Yeah, I captain it.
Your code your crew is mostly dead, so you've been promoted. Very well.
All but one, and he's still under contract. I'm just letting him go home and rest.
Yes. Well then, without beating around the bush too much, this has been an exhausting situation.
Yeah,
Liara.
I've been in a room with no thing to do, and smart people can't be in a room with nothing to do.
You came here with somebody who is a planetary level threat, partial universal threat.
I can see that.
Did you knowingly bring this individual here with the knowledge of their capabilities and wantings and dealings?
I don't really know if she has any wantings here on the ley lines. She is a little weird. She's
How
like
so?
a child though. She's like 2.5 years old, 3 years old. And she's always changing bodies, and she likes to send her essence into this like dick-shaped vase that she loves so much.
Yes, her soul jar. We have already apprehended that.
Yeah, and she's in love with Electrum. She wants to turn it into a universal currency.
Ugh.
I know.
That is almost as bad as Satori.
Yeah. But she got stuck in that jar in the Feywilds. It was an ordeal.
So, what are her dealings and wantings then?
Well, as far as I know, she wants to defeat Ares in a cook-off. Hence why she sent that mass sending out.
Ares. You mean the imbecile god of the faraway rock?
Yes.
And that's it.
That's the only thing she's really, talked about. And this thing with this toddler she keeps on, I don't know. She was
Yes,
worried
the
about
toddler that the vampire wants us to murder.
Oh, I didn't know about murdering anything. She's just been talking about it.
So she has an
Or some
emotional
other
attachment
child.
to the toddler.
I mean, I would assume so. She made some little halfling weird lady. I don't know. She talks like "Rah, rah, 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 rah," all the time. I couldn't barely understand her. Something about some like guy named Nubu was supposed to like take a baby, and maybe that's the baby. It's real confusing. Look, these people are stupid. Okay, like she and Casimir are supposed to be the smartest people on that freaking ugly ass rock. They're the top scientists. Can you believe it? Can you believe this is what I've been
No.
dealing with? These people are crazy.
Yes, that much is very clear. However, crazy is acceptable within the cosmos.
I understand
Breaking of limitations of magic is not acceptable, and she clearly performed a 10th level spell.
Yeah, somebody died doing that too.
Why do you think it is against the laws to do that? Now that soul will never be capable of resurrection or aspirations or use within our realms ever again.
Damn. I'm glad I only know like some ritual spells.
Yes,
I
count
don't have to worry
yourself
about all this.
privileged with your ignorance.
I do every day, and my blessings that I was just smart enough to be able to stay here.
Yes, you've moved into quite a position. A man meant for janitorial position being capable of captaining a ship. Spelljammer no less. It is quite
You know,
an inspirational tale.
You know, if you just put your mind to it, you can do anything. That's what my mama always told me.
Aye, one of the greatest minds of our realm. Anyways, so you do not believe this Liara is an interplanar threat with malicious intent towards the multi-realms?
I don't think she has any malicious intent. Could she be a threat? Yeah, just kind of like, all dogs have teeth, so they all bite. Even though they might not always bite.
Very good. Well,
I think if her environment is right, I don't think you're gonna have a problem with her. But I think if you keep her locked up like you just did me, she's a little smarter than I am, but she's a little crazy. But I was going nuts in there.
we've taken some additional precautions for her specifically, of course. Oh, he just muted.
Well, I mean, it was just gray walls, boring, going stir crazy. And I'm like the last one you pull out. I
Well,
live here. Don't I have rights?
you brought an individual here that has broken the laws of the universe, as well as, to our system, registered as a 96.3% match to Luna Moonshade, who, and they
Yeah.
pull out the same statistics and show them all to you of what she's done.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't that like be her mom or something?
No, genetic compositions usually only compensate for 50-50.
Well, then a clone? That got a little.
A simulacrum, yes, that is what the conclusion that we are coming to about all of this is. However,
I
a
almost think
simulacrum.
Because she was talking about clones earlier. You used the word clone.
Oh, what was she talking about when it came to clones?
Oh, she's gotta go get her body because she was running around as a satyr for a little bit, and had a real deep voice that sounded like she was from some like big city.
Sounds exhausting.
It was, and it would change like randomly. Sometimes she would sound like herself, like a 3-year-old toddler, and then go to the voice of like, I don't know. They're just crazy.
Well, we are going to have a conversation with her next. You will be allowed back into your cell, however, we will be giving you specific accommodations to ensure your sanity.
Oh, thank goodness.
They escort you back over to your cell. Once you step inside, the walls shift to the inside of the Hall of a Spelljammer, and you have all of the tinkering toys and things that you could play with. You know they're all illusions that feel real, but you can still at least keep yourself entertained.
Yeah. Haha, thank goodness. I get to play.
Last but not least, Liara. You can feel a warmth, like a light that your body has been absent from touches your skin of your face. And then out of nowhere you feel the solid metallic block that keeps your arms specifically 6 inches apart gets lifted and hoisted as you are being carried and floating in midair. You come to the realization you cannot hear, you cannot see, and you can't move any of your digits, and just not being able to move makes your nose itch so fucking much.
She's gagged, isn't she?
Yep.
Yeah, she can't say anything. Okay.
As you are being carried over, you feel yourself placed gently onto the floor, and then you feel hands near your cheeks that remove the gag from your mouth and remove whatever contraption was over your ears, and then removes whatever contraption was over your eyes from your eyes, where you see that there are 4 Gith, weapons drawn, facing down towards you. As soon as you see the 4 of them, they take 2 steps back, and you see, well, the elven woman I've described, Eerie Sai, who steps forward. We need to have a conversation. And we're going to go ahead and go on break. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Where last we left off, Liara, or should we say Luna, was brought out to the interrogation room. Now, Liara, they've released the earmuffs and the blindfold and the gag. Your fingers are all still locked, not able to move or flex whatsoever. And one of the individuals who's been carrying you around this entire time lifts you up by your solid metal bar that binds your arms together so they cannot be closer or further than 6 inches apart, and drags you over to a chair to sit you down. What is your name? The elven woman speaks.
Liara, but she's looking, as she's saying that, she's like concentrating and looking at the chain in front of her on her hands.
You feel like you cannot tap into the usual connection to magic right now.
Even like her normal transmutation.
Everything magical. That will not work.
I wanted to turn it into carrots.
You said your name is Liara. Where did you come up with that name?
L4RA. Well, L14RA. Wasn't that. It's a long story.
Explain.
Luna decided that she was going to sell people copies of themselves in case they died. She made an army of copies of herself, but they were none like her. It seemed like she wanted to make something that was like her, but not exactly like her. I was made in an elven form, and it said L4RA over my vat. She decided to purge it, but I climbed out of it. I climbed out, I climbed through there was this ventilation system above it, I guess. I don't know how to really explain it, and I climbed out, and she tried to destroy me. Also, every time we say her name, she's watching us.
She's not
Hey,
capable
Luna.
of watching here.
Can I feel her gaze?
You can feel many gazes in this room, but you can't distinguish them right now.
Okay.
You said L141A.
So RA, but yeah.
RA.
She had a lot more, but it didn't look like she was making herself. It looked like she was trying to make someone or something else.
Your original body, do you have it?
Not here.
Where is it?
It's on Zodiac, the smaartest
Where in
planet
Zodiac?
on the realm. At the Liarbratory, of course, with Blue.
Where specifically in there?
At Maureen at the Liarbratory, probably walking around helping people.
The original body.
Yeah, I animated. I brought it to life.
How so?
Well, it was all the components I needed, so I just pushed magic into it.
Which spell did you cast?
Simulacrum.
Simulacrum. She's writing down notes right now as you're speaking. I am sending an agent to go retrieve it. We are going to investigate that body.
That agent's not gonna find her.
Why not?
Well, one, she's really good at magic, and I put all my spell slots in her. And two, Ariel's not exactly me. She's someone else. Taking that body's not going to change anything.
Her name is Ariel.
Yes.
Very good.
It's like Liara backwards. It's all the same letters.
What was the body comprised of? Clay, diamonds, what else?
100% electrum.
You are lying.
Yes, I am. It's also clay.
Do not lie to us.
I don't know. I really like electrum.
So, you are a simulacrum of top 3 most dangerous mages.
Wait,
with...
there's other.
I am not finished. Top 3 most dangerous mages with ill intent in mass that this universe has ever seen.
Who are the other two?
This is not a learning experiment.
I might be able to-
Viren is one of them. The other one is Retatori. Damn it.
Do I know either of those names? I'm guessing no, unless her nose starts bleeding.
History check. Your nose might bleed.
Oh, Byron and Hereditary. History. Wow, 19.
No nosebleed.
Okay.
We need to see that other body, so we are sending an agent out to observe it from afar. Is there a fail-safe phrase for us to tell it so that it will become inert, so that we may, or subduable, so that we may interrogate it without destroying it?
No. What? I don't have a
You did not set up any safety precautions or fail-safes within your simulacrum.
Ariel's like my child, kind of like Melissa. Is Melissa all right?
The demonic child is currently incarcerated.
Demonic. That's the second smartest toddler in the universe.
I don't know what it is,
What?
but I am going to anticipate some type of abyssal influence. Just a rough estimate.
She's not chaotic. At least that's what I understand of the abyss.
Deception check on that one.
Does Liara know more about the abyss?
No, Liara knows that she's chaotic as fuck.
Liara actually really likes Melissa.
I know, but she is pure chaos.
Deception. 17. That's good for Liara.
We have a mage on staff who is capable of prying information out of individuals' minds. Would you consent to a full evaluation over the first 48 hours of your original consciousness after construction?
I don't remember it.
You don't
Even-
need to. It's in your mind.
Even with like greater restoration, a lot of it's still broken up.
The information is there. Our specialist will be capable of finding it. Do you consent to the search? In order to exempt yourself for being persecuted as Luna.
If I consent to it, can I have my arms freed?
After we find out.
Sure. If it makes this quicker. Also, did anyone feed Casimir? He's gonna start biting soon.
We tried to give him a supplement that would satiate his hunger for blood, but he said it was something along the lines of peasant food or something.
He's not an animal.
It's a... Then maybe you shall donate some of your blood to feed him. We will not ask any of our staff to do so.
Oh no, he doesn't like feeding off of me. He said it tastes like, what was his word? Crap. And Coke. Lots of Coke.
Yes. A moment goes by. Burned. A moment goes by, and an old man comes in with a goatee, wearing far less formal clothing than what she is wearing, but is so perfectly groomed and well-maintained, you have to assume this individual has a much more leisurely job than she does. As he comes over, he sits down. Well, hello, lady. I'm going to be sniffing around your mind a little bit. Muted.
That's a wild accent.
Accent? What do you mean?
I don't know. You're not from Zodiac. Usually it sounds more like that one language that the rock people speak,
Well,
or the ocean, or fire things.
you are very correct. I am not from Zodiac. I am from different realm. It is called. We are not here for answering her questions about anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Since when did we throw etiquette out the window just because somebody's a prisoner? Eerie looks very pissed off at him. You are correct.
Do you know the wish spell is only verbal?
Yes, we are very aware of the capabilities of Wish, and also aware of the fact that you are not capable of casting it anymore. Failed attempt of being too greedy with your capabilities. It is okay.
Gods forbid I try to save the place I'm living from a flood.
Who knows? Perhaps the gods will forbid it. He goes over and places his hands on either side of your head. Now, please just relax a little bit. Do you allow him in?
Yeah, let's go. Let's see what is he gonna see a lot of animals with horns?
On your surface thoughts, yes. But he immediately goes back to the first 48 hours of your consciousness. To you, it just feels like there's a pressure in your mind and your nose does start bleeding a little bit, but it's like your mind is trying to shield itself from being read through, and you feel this like faint pain in the corner of your head, and then his hands pull away. Your mind has been safeguarded by very powerful magic. I'm going to have to break through that magic, and it's going to be a little painful, but once that is done, you should not be influenced by that magic again. Okay?
Okay. Can I have my child with me?
That is not your offspring. It appears to be something else.
It's actually 100% my DNA.
Yes, but it is not your offspring. Your body composition has never given birth. Your hips have never been adjusted or displaced, and the back into your mind. You do suffer 10 points in necrotic damage, as a portion of your brain is like fighting to not allow any of your memories to be read through. And your nose just, you full on bleeding through that. However, after about 10 minutes or so, the hands pull back. Well, that is quite a remarkable ability that she has exhibited. Huh.
Yeah, if she didn't know we were here, she does know now. Also, I need a new body now.
I would not fret about the body itself. The precaution she had placed inside of you was connected to your life essence core. Your life essence core is attached to your original being and body, and I just disconnected it from this current iteration of yourself. So her connection through the life essence core into you is no longer active.
That means Ariel might be in danger.
Well, her eyes now stop where the life essence core is. But you're safe now. Regardless, he looks over. The reports that you have been writing about seem to be all factual. The information everybody has been warranting you has been, well, accurate enough to it. Her designation code is Lifelike Construct Model 141 Revised Version A.
I guess that's what it stood for. Can I go now? Can I please get out of these things? I really wanted to turn them into carrots.
No, not quite yet. But there you go. That is what the Liara stands for. You casted a 10th level spell. Were you aware that magics such as that caliber were banned and forbade through the entire universe, even introducing a newly created law with the assistance of the divine, in order to ensure that that magic would not be pursued?
Who divines helped me do it?
Were you aware?
No.
Out of character, were you?
No, she wasn't.
Okay. That was going to be the deception or not? Okay. So, what was your motivation for the 10th level spell, honestly? What is your nefarious plan for this battle royale you are putting together?
Oh, I just want a new body. And to do that, I need to beat this person in a cook-off. And after I beat him in a cook-off, I'm going to get one favor. And it's to take his greatest champion's body and use it as my own. And after I do that, I'll probably be happy with my body for a while.
She does not break eye contact with all of that.
Plus, it would really piss him off. And then my friend Casimir was going to kill him. But that would be one of the last things he thought about. And then I also thought all the bad people would show up to get the device we offered and then kill each other. And then one of them will have a device to destroy the universe, but the rest wouldn't.
The device you are offering, it is not instantaneous simulacrums, as you described it in your scenario.
No, they're clones. They're exact copies.
Yes, but it is not instantaneous.
I guess. I mean, think of it like a fruit tree. Like they all grow on this tree and then they all sprout at once. And then it regrows and resprouts. So if somebody had the plant growth spell, it'd probably be instantaneous.
Well, luckily, one of the more dangerous eco-terrorists has recently gone missing from our radars, presumably dead.
Oh, it wouldn't be eco-terrorism. I mean, I guess you could copy the tree. I never thought about doing that.
Don't. Listen very carefully to me. Liara.
Yes.
10th level magic is forbade because that is the power threshold of magic at which the laws in the beyond can sense our presence and are attracted to us, as well as the laws that have already found their way here to our realms, becoming aware of its presence, which can stir them, awaken them. We do not want any more laws from the beyond to come here. Our universe is barely holding on as is. And after you cast that spell, 2 laws that were dormant became active again. There has already been tens of thousands dead because of that. You understand how dangerous 10th level magic can be, don't you?
Where'd this happen?
You are not at liberty to gain this information. You are not a member of the ley lines. However, seeing as you have broken the law without knowledge of breaking it and without direct malicious intent, we are not capable of persecuting you and executing you here. As such, she waves her hand and the shackles fall off of you and you feel like a leech crawls off the back of your neck and flops onto the floor. You can start feeling your magic returning.
What the hell is that? I'm gonna step on it.
When you go to step towards it, she places her hand. That is mine. I am Irisai, the leader of Umbre as well as the foremost necromancer in the realms.
Is there a transmutation place here?
Of course.
What's it called?
Good question. I have it.
Creatia?
Creatia.
Yeah.
Yes. However, we are going to allow you all to enter into the ley lines temporarily while we get debriefed on the information from Owen and Bulkhead as to what exactly has been happening out there. Sorry, Captain Owen. We would ask that you satiate your vampire husband, companion, whatever it is.
Oh no, like I said, he doesn't like biting me.
Yes, he doesn't like us, though. We would prefer if he was less hostile. And we did have to hurt you, but that was to free you from observation from Luna. I hope that you can let him understand that. Can you?
Are you putting me in the same cell as him? Can you also bring my daughter?
Yes, we will release the creature as well. Everybody, she waves her hand and all of the cells open up. And Lucian, you've been wandering around the ley lines. It was a marvelous location. You entered into this round platform and you stepped through a portal and you went to a different place. And everywhere you went, they just had books and tomes and information. It was everywhere. Everything was freely knowledgeable with it as well. And as you're like walking around currently eating a Bahamut claw, you turn and you see a portal opens up in front of you, and it's that same room, and Liara is sitting at a table with, that eerie woman.
Oh, great.
Please come inside.
All right.
You'll be returning there with all of your companions soon. Do you bring the books that you were trying to research with you? I assume, Lucian, that you were just like anything that was new. You're just like, ooh, yay!
Looking at all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just walk through with all my stuff.
Yep.
Unless I still have to pay for it or something.
Oh no, they don't accept currencies here for things like that. Not for trade of information. Trade of information is information. They want everybody to have information.
All right, so I'll step through the portal. Bunch of books.
Everyone else, your cells are now open.
Melissa attack anyone as it opens? Like jump out?
She is holding her pants that have been wrapped around a stick that are currently on fire, and nobody understands how she made fire in there.
Where'd she get a stick?
Where'd she get fire? And just gust of wind and just... Dude.
Has an hour passed yet?
Not quite yet. It's about 50 minutes.
Damn
You're
it.
starting to become hungry. Nobody resisted in their interrogation, so it didn't go longer. However, when you step out, you do see that Liara's nose has been bleeding.
What did they do?
They probed into my mind and broke into a place that was apparently magically locked.
And
Which
we
one did it?
disconnected the connection between her and her progenitor. Or that would be me. The tiny man just raises his hand.
Do I snap his neck?
No,
No,
you do
no.
not.
He was nice, but I look over towards the elf.
Eerie, yeah.
So what exactly is going on?
Her makeup composition is a 96.3% perfect match to being the third most dangerous mage that the realms has ever seen throughout history. We took every precaution necessary to make sure that we could apprehend her if it was her, and we interrogated and probed into her mind to find the information and came to the conclusion she is her own individual person, not the person who created her, as
Told you.
breaks the rules of the spell that she was made out of.
I have a question for you. If this was truly the third most powerful mage, do you think you could have probed their mind, or think you can probe their mind without and know it's the actual truth?
We could have tried. And we did. We have safety precautions in place that makes mages more or less useless.
But how do you know if it's actually working and it's not like an illusion, if they're that powerful?
Because I have access to creatures that no longer exist anywhere that can make your magical capabilities of all calibers, small, large, divine, otherworldly, and even from the beyond, become inert.
Cool. Can I see some?
No.
Damn. Okay.
So, we are going to accept you all into the ley lines while we get the information necessary to keep our records clear from Captain Owen and Bulkhead. In the meantime, you're all welcome to peruse around and no barbarism.
Aw.
We're not allowed to get a haircut. That's very strange.
Considering there's no, considering this is the intellect.
Jesus. Young man, if I may, I think I would do well to traverse around with you. Shall I accompany you?
I'm assuming you guys don't have an arena or something like that.
A what?
They probably actually do.
Exactly.
No, what are you talking? Arena for what?
A brain bowl.
Oh, yes, we do.
They call it a brain bowl.
Yes, of course. Our greatest fighters and mages go in there to test their calibers and mights against one another, and I have already enchanted it, so even if an individual dies there, they can be resurrected through all manners of death aside from, well, destruction of the soul's true form.
So if I, in theory, brought Melissa there and Niera Devu was there.
You should not interact with Nira Devu ever. She is destined to do great many beautiful things if our diviners are accurate in their estimates. But
You got
she
diviners.
needs to be nurtured and cared for. Of course we have diviners. Everybody who belongs to the Stargazer.
Can I insight check Melissa as he says these things about Niera?
She, but yes.
I thought it was the old guy for some reason. Why is my character sheet not opening? Insight. Submit. 14.
Melissa does have a complete look of boredom on her face right now, like she's not paying attention to anything, just wondering where to get more fire. But welcome to the ley lines, each of you. Walk with me. She will turn and walk out a door, and inside is where all of your personal equipment is currently being held and locked inside of magically barriered, barred chambers.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask. I'm guessing they didn't take off my tattoo.
Well, no, they can't take off your tattoos.
They can take off the skin.
No, they're not that inhumane. They did everything without hurting anybody until Liara's thing would hurt her if they interacted with it, so they had to. So, all of you are given temporary passes. Lucian, yours designates you to have access to knowledge that pertains to whatever goals and aspirations you so desire. Casimir, you have one that allows you to have access to all of our comic sections in each of our areas as well. They have pretty pictures.
You treating me like I'm a child.
I thought you would enjoy looking at the beautiful illustrations that speak 1,000 words instantaneously and would be capable of comprehending them much more easily and quickly than wasting your time on simple words.
I'm still a scientist. I
Of
want the same
course.
level as him.
No. And he gives you the same level of Kaz. Bulkhead and Owen, you already have access to, well, you guys know. And then she goes over to you, Liara, and you get a step up from Kaz and
Where does this allow me to go?
This allows you to have access to any of the rudimentary knowledges and partitions of all forms of magic. It is meant for people of your age range.
I'm 2.
Exactly.
And I brought the smartest 3-year-old in the realms.
Second smartest.
Not for long.
Are you planning on interfering with Nira DeVoe?
Not me.
Then who? Off in the distance, Melissa's already trying to pick up somebody's match or just Tinder set. Who?
I wouldn't do anything to her. I don't. I plead the 5th.
There is no 5th here. Well, unless you're talking about alcohol, am I right?
There we go. Change the subject.
I think Nira will be perfectly safe. I mean, these people aren't complete monsters that would go out of their way to kill a handicapped child, right?
They're from a backwater. I wouldn't put it past them.
They seem perfectly sophisticated. I mean, she can't even walk. But she
They're
is
from
going
a
to be
backwater.
the engineer on her realm who discovers how to make chairs capable of carrying you based off your own thoughts and intellects so you can achieve everything that other individuals can. It is very necessary to her realm.
Yeah, you'd be a real monster if you did anything to her.
Right.
What they mean, Liara, don't do what you're planning to do.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't either.
Melissa walks
but-
over to you and just goes, "Uppies."
I guess I'll pick up the 3-year-old.
She'll whisper in your ear, "If she can't walk, she's an easy target."
You got this. I have faith. My money's on you.
Just so you know, you're agreeing with the chaotic evil one here. Like that's...
The art doesn't expect her to kill her, just beat her up. Beat her up.
There's no good way of doing this. Anyways, they open up the chamber doors and you look out over at the ley lines themselves. You are currently standing on the constantly shifting and warping islands of the Portal Islands. The island is a manifestation of the Conjuration School's ability to create portals and summon otherworldly beings, as well as the passage into the ley lines itself. Glistening portals spiral into existence, leading to far-off realms promising the mysteries of the cosmos. As you look around, all of the portals seem to have structured mages who are escorting people along their ways to get to and from where it is that they are heading into. And all of you are being directly escorted right now by the unnamed wizard and by, shit. What was her name again? Ombre. What was her name?
Irisai.
Irina Sai?
Irisai, yeah.
Irisai, thank you. Thank you. And Irisai escort you over towards one portal and gesture. You all may go through here to enter into... Well, let's first send you over to, Stargazer, shall we?
Oh, I thought we were going to that brain bowl.
No, we're sending you over to Stargazer.
What is that?
It is the island that is meant to allow divination to be much easier. Its crystalline nature and 100% clear skies is what we utilize to peer into the cosmos for all manners of mysteries and offerings for guidances as we can find them.
So you just look at the stars.
That's exactly right. And there's many pretty books for you to look at as well.
I don't like your tone.
Don't burn the books, Melissa.
Burn
Hey,
books.
Eat them instead.
Don't trust everything you hear over at Stargazer, though. Because they told me best I could ever do was head janitor.
What? Owen's
Yeah.
a ship captain.
Exactly.
Yes, Captain. Thank you so much for your dedication to the ley lines and the furtherment of knowledge and protection of the realms.
Yeah, I killed some vampires.
And we are thanking you
ate-
for that.
And he ate one.
Andy helped save this precious child and holds up Melissa.
Who is currently holding a tinderbox like a teddy bear.
I don't claim that one.
Right.
That one
I
is
did
a
help
danger
her,
to
though.
that one is a danger to everyone, herself, and everyone around her. We should not be letting her run around
did-
free.
Yeah, I did get Liara out of the dick face, though.
You mean that masterpiece of a vase I found on that island a long time ago?
Well, I wasn't there when you found it, but it looks like a penis.
A phallic vase? I never saw it like that.
What do you think it was? A T?
Thought it was vase. It's a
Oh.
T. Is it that blatant?
What do you think it was? A cannon and with two cannonballs at the rear?
I don't know. I thought the artist was. I'm not used to bodies. Okay, I was a male for the first time in that Seder, and it was very weird. It had hooves. Don't ever
I'm gonna
have.
say you should be the master of bodies. You've been in so many of them.
Yeah, but they were all like female. One of them was like a doll, actually.
Mm. That's way too many. No.
Oh, can I get a new body here? I'm gonna ask Yuri.
What purpose do you need a body for?
Well, I'm 100% sure now that Luna knows this one. Plus, this one's getting. It feels limiting.
I have at my disposal many different bodies that are, well, meant for necromantic endeavors.
No, I tried to take over a dead body once. It didn't work.
Well, that is what we have. Now, of course, you can go over to the School of Transmutation and see if they're not capable of building your body, but that is something you may have to commission them to do.
Can we go, guys?
Well, I think she said that we have to go to Stargate. You have to go to Stargazer first. I guess while we get debriefed.
Well, Stargazer is where we are doing your debriefing. We need to see what your past had and what your future entails now that you are a captain.
Well, I'm not gonna trust it because it was wrong before. It
You
can be
don't
wrong
have
again.
to, we will. Anyways, through the portal. Go on. Mush. Move.
All right.
Don't forget our deal, ma'am.
Yes. I do not
Made a
forget
deal?
deals.
Don't worry about it.
You all step through one by one. Bloop, 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 bloop. And you look around at the beautiful island that you are standing upon. The incredible nature of Stargazer, the serene crystalline island where the skies above are perpetually clear. You see that there are mages and scholars all around who seem to have positioned with large telescopes peering into the sky, and there's only a handful of constructed buildings out here that all have infinitely large telescopes peering up into past everything, into the beyond, trying to peer at any amount of information that they can glean. As you enter in, the first thing you all notice is it is remarkably dark here, except for the sky, which is as bright as can be, almost like it's made magically even brighter. The old man seems to be the only one with you, and Eerie has stepped away. Well, now that we got out of the old lady's hair, how about we, get ourselves some drinks, huh? They have phenomenal moonshine here. Do you get it?
That sounds good.
Moonshine. Stock. Let's go. And he immediately walks away from the building you all appeared in front of.
I wonder where the brain bowl is.
We'll get there. As you are walking, you walk down a hill into a large crater where you do see that there is somebody who seems to be distilling under the moon sky some type of alcohol. And as you all go down into the crater, the individual turns to look at all of you, and he looks like the most hillbilly-looking motherfucker you've ever seen in your life. Missing about half the teeth in his head. This individual's hairline has moved all the way down to the back of his scalp, and he has a little bit of an overgrown 5 o'clock shadow sitting on his face. Well, how you doing? We're quite well. These are new individuals to our realm who, well, we didn't treat so fondly when they first arrived due to a unforeseen circumstance, so I'm here to get them all some drinks. Do you have some rettied moonshine? Oh, hell yeah, we do. Here, everybody try some. He hands you all these cups of blue, shining, clear liquid.
The gesture is appreciated, but I do not consume things.
Oh,
Well-
don't worry. Melissa does. I'll take bulkheads and hand it to Melissa.
He will immediately snatch it as she's already like...
Oh my god.
How about we don't feed the 3-year-old? Huh?
That's the
Alcohol.
smartest 3-year-old in the universe.
Yes, but the body composition and biology still does not suit the consumption of alcohol before the age of 16 at a minimum, and to do it effectively and efficiently, you will need to be 25 for a human.
Are we sure they're human?
No, I am not. However, if it is a demon, I'd rather not see a demon on alcohol.
She's not a demon.
Well, whatever y'all are, I hope you enjoy your time here. Unit, what is your current consumption value at? He's looking at you, Bulkhead.
All systems nominal.
Nominal. God, the puns this session are great. Well, I do have here some grain fluid that I've been able to distill and also create if you are interested in consumption some of that. Here, and he gives you a large gourd. Now, this is the only thing that would allow a Warforged to get turned. Grain fluid.
A drunk robot. This would be hilarious to see.
Don't worry, I made it here myself. Anyway, who are y'all?
Interesting.
Well, they're the new ones. Me and him aren't.
Right, but I've never met you before, so who are you?
I'm Owen.
Owen. The old man
Yeah.
clears his throat.
Oh, you want me to give him the full name?
His name is Captain Owen. Please give him the proper respects. Oh, Captain, my good sir. And he tilts his hat to you and gives a gesture.
Oh, we're going to go that way. Okay. Yeah, it is Captain Octavius Wilhelm Ellsworth Nathanielson the Fourth Esquire.
You know what? I'm gonna call you Captain.
Owen.
Sure, that works too.
Look, I'm not on the ship right now. I'm not wearing my uniform. Yes, I am actually, but I'm not on the ship right now.
Well, Captain, if you're a fan of this fine alcohol, I can give you an entire gourd of it. Just let me know. Maybe keep your crew a little happy. Speaking of which, is your crew fully functioning and operational for your vessel? And which
No.
vessel is yours?
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C. That is the 142nd, correct? Wow.
Sure.
Such a large cargo vessel as well.
Well, we were doing some exploring when we got attacked by vampires.
Oh, yes, and I'm so curious about this tale.
What do you want to know?
What happened?
We got attacked.
You are such a poet in the making. Your past life, you must have been.
Oh, you want me to tell you exactly how it went? So,
Well,
this
if
is
you're
how it went.
drinking with people, usually you share the information, right?
Okay, so, I didn't start off as a captain, alright? They had me washing floors and scrubbing latrines. So, I'm scrubbing this latrine, minding my own business. Bulkhead's talking, we're just, he's fixing some plumbing issues in there. I'm cleaning the latrine. And then the ship starts shaking. We're like, what the heck is going on? Then a cabinet falls and blocks the door. We can't get out for a while. We finally get out, and almost everybody's dead.
Wow, sounds even lucky for you, or, well, like divine intervention.
Well, kind of was, because
It's funny you should say that. Yeah.
yeah, we jump out the ship because vampires are everywhere. Okay, and we're just floating in the astral sea, and Gabriella, Sunseer, out of nowhere, finds us and takes us down to Zodiac.
Gabriella Sunseer. I'm not particularly familiar. Oh yeah, sure. That's the goddess of daylight down for those southern regions, right? Down towards the furthest away point from us, of course.
Yeah, the simpler folk.
Right. Yeah, I'm from a similar rock to Zodiac. Yep.
I look at the drink like, should I really be drinking this?
I'm from the
then?
Dory Plain.
Okay.
After hearing that, Liara will just hand Melissa her drink.
And then we get to Zodiac. Casimir says he has a ship that he can get us back, so we get on it. But we have to help Liara, and we get on top of this turtle that is the home for the Fae.
Ah, yes, the Fae turtle. Yes.
Yeah. We had to give it
Franklin,
a-
right? That's his name, Franklin.
I believe so. We had to we had to go fishing first before he let us get on there. Then we met
Fishing.
Then we met this guy. I don't remember his name exactly. I just called him Phil a lot because he decided he wanted to be a groundhog when he first met us.
Fair
So I just
enough.
called him Phil.
Yeah.
Then he stopped time. Don't really know how long we were down there. We just needed 5 seconds to pass and we could kill him, but it never happened. So we save her. We completely upheave the whole power struggle in the Feywilds. So I guess now the theaters I think running things. I'm not really sure. Yeah, they're crazy. We killed a bunch of people, so they don't have the numbers they used to, but I think they are in charge now. Then we left there. I had some bowel issues when we got to Atlantis, so I never got to go see it. I was stuck in the bathroom, unfortunately. Oh no! Before that, though, we went to Tundras. Got stuck there for a couple times. That was fun. Thought about waking up the snake. We didn't do it though. Then we started looking for the ship, and we found it. And I shot a guy so many times his dick blew off because he decided he wanted to piss on my ship.
Sounds like a
Then-
reasonable reaction.
Yeah. Peeing on my ship.
Yeah.
What an asshole. No
I-
respect.
Yes.
Then Casimir, he kills the whole Lord dude. She throws like fucking black holes in castles. Things get destroyed everywhere. Then, you know what? When he finally dead, he says a pile of ash. I pee on his ashes. And then we find this guy in some like magical tube void thing. I don't know. I'm not magic, dude. You know, I tried when I was younger, but you know, it wasn't meant for me. But yeah, he was stuck in this void. Then we came here.
Interesting. So, you all sound, well, admittedly quite capable. Welcome into the ley lines, first off and foremost, and cheers. And he takes a sip of the drink, and Melissa seems infuriated because every time she tips the drink back to take a sip, none of it comes out of the cup.
Yeah,
Dang.
I put her down to explore.
Oh no. Melissa is now lost. Well, you all had to have a reason for coming here, correct? I assume you seem a little too busy to really just decide to show up one evening and to report back to us. Even though some of our more sticklers would probably appreciate that. So what's your reasoning for coming back?
Research.
What are we researching?
Look towards everyone else.
He will do the same.
I think we have a few pieces kind of individually. But I think we're also looking for crew.
Looking for what?
A crew. We have a couple of vessels needing people.
Oh. Well. If it's a crew you're looking for, that I cannot help you with. However, if all of you are looking for information, particularly your researches, I might be able to point you in the proper direction to what it is you are aspiring to find. I, for one, feel horrible that we had to incarcerate you very quickly and treat you in such a way. Given the circumstance, I agree with her reaction, but it is still an unfortunate circumstance based off of fate's design, if you will.
I mean, I'd like to go to that brain bowl first, but I want to go to that Creatia place to learn more about transmutation. I'm sure Lucian here would want to learn more about, what do you call that time magic? You do Chrono something? And he wants to learn about vampires. Points at Bulkhead. He wants to learn about other Warforge. And points at Owen. He wants to see his family.
Well, I guess we're going to be sending you off to explore different areas. Lucian, was it?
Yes?
We do not have a particular island dedicated specifically to chronomancy. Now, I am familiar with it, of course, but it unfortunately is not recognized as an official school of magical practitioners, except by the individuals who aspire to use it for grand evil. And we have forsaken the evil practitioners of magic from being easily accessible here. Of course, I would be happy to help you conduct your studies still.
Yeah.
But it is the only school, chronomancy and dunamancy, are the only two schools of magic that have not been warranted their own specific island, aside from enchantment, which of course is the most evil of magics available. What is funny?
No, enchantment is harsh.
It is. And of course, with that being said, I of course am the leading practitioner of enchantment magics here in the ley lines.
All right.
So yeah. I guess we're going to be going our different ways to explore the ley lines and see what it is we can find. So, let's start first with you, Lucian. What do you want to research?
Well, I wanted to see. There were a couple things. I wanted to see about any information on repairing a tether, and also the specifics of doing that thing with the Magnificent Mansion,
Mhm.
like loading or locking it on the ship while the ship's moving, that kind of stuff.
Give me an intelligence check real quick.
Alright. Well, 15, pretty.
Okay, that's high enough. So you remember those broomstones that was changed by the vampire lord in order to lock a portal in a permanent location inside of his moving castle?
Yes.
The thing that I gave you as here's a little piece of candy last session.
Yeah. All right.
Just there you go. You have the material components. You just need to set it up now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like quite a interesting feat that you're going to be committing to. I wish you the best with that. All right, on to the next person. Kaz.
Yes.
What is it you would like to do here?
I need to learn about the laws of the universe and how to break them.
Why do you wish to break the laws of the universe?
How much do you really genuinely want me to say?
I want you to be honest with me, as I have been this entire time.
The original vampire is a law of the universe.
So you
I
want to
intend
break a
surpass that.
you want to break a particular law of the universe, not
Yes.
know how to break all of them. Well,
Yes, I'm not looking to break everything in the universe. I don't care about that.
that is
Just one particular one.
that is much more noble. So I suggest you conduct a little research pertaining to him specifically, and well, maybe I can help you with that. You are going to have to go speak with Eerie, since knowledge on that one in particular is held within the School of Necromancy, of course.
I'll try to not kill them in the process.
Oh,
I
even
also,
if you do, she'll probably just come back some other time.
They have a habit of doing that. I've dealt with
Wizards
someone
in
like
general,
that
yeah.
before.
Yeah, they do that.
Yes, wizards are frustrating.
They're very difficult to kill permanently, I agree.
I had to kill one a couple of times until we met in another place. He kept popping up. But I also need to learn of how to kill things that are not able to be killed.
Would you like to elaborate?
We encountered something in our travels that was not exactly of this world or of this plane, something to that extent. But we couldn't precisely
The
kill
beyond.
them, not definitively.
You're talking about creatures of the beyond.
You think so? Yes.
Well, that's one I can answer for you. You need an object to be from the beyond to kill a creature from the beyond. Now, they can be harmed, they can be damaged, of course, but to permanently put it down, it needs to be from something made before time.
Would binding stone qualify?
Sometimes. Most binding stone that we have here is stone that was created specifically to serve a purpose of sealing. Now, some binding stone does come from outside and the beyond as well. Vast majority of that stone has been utilized, however. But that stone would have to be formed into some type of weapon for you to permanently kill it.
Luckily, I am very good at making weapons.
As I would assume from a unit such as yourself.
Would it need to be an entirely new weapon made, or is it possible to enhance an already existing one?
It might be possible, but you would have to be lucky enough to have a weapon that's already augmentable. Which, that is a practitioner of magic, only the Water of Worlds. You have an augmentable weapon, don't you?
I'll just produce epilogue.
And that does have augment slots?
No.
No? Oh, then no.
Well, we said what is epilogue actually? It's one of the dragon weapons.
Yes.
Dragon wrath weapons, yeah.
Yeah. Which is ancient, but it was made during time. You need something made before time to kill them. Now, we do have teams of our well-trained gods, our psionic warriors, our eldritch knights, and the like, our echo knights, who all go out to try to kill these creatures whenever they get too close to our realm itself. They have their own weapons, but of course they need to keep them. If you need the schematics, unit, you are more than welcome to head over towards Creatia and get the necessary schematics in order to craft. You will, of course, have to find your own stone.
Right, okay. An Echo Knight, what's that?
I'm sorry, what? What was your question? What was your question, Gaz?
Oh, an Echo Knight. What's that?
Oh, it is somebody who has been able to tap into the time stream with their own essence and being in order to produce a echo of themselves through a different timeline that they would have been interacting in, calling upon it for assistance in battles and fight.
Sounds strange. It looks like it seems like this. No conjure an echo.
Yeah, that's you're funny. And he like punches your shoulder. You don't move at all.
Yeah.
You're a funny guy. You're a funny guy. Especially for a vampire. Usually you lose your humor after the first 300 years.
I'm not 300 yet.
So young. You're so powerful. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's such a blessing.
Yeah. Anywho, that is what I am able to help you with so far. Who's next?
Sure.
What do you need help with, sir?
Well, there's two things. One, I want to try to go that diviner, see what my future might entail. But the other one is, well, you see these tattoos on me.
Yeah.
I want to make them better. I want to know how I can do that.
Well, you are lucky that the spider is a member of the ley lines.
That is very good to hear. Where is the spider?
The spider resides over on Autem Resistis, where they conduct all of the abjuration magics and, well, auras and such stuff as that. They are the individual who scribes and weaves the magic across most of the inside defenses that we house. They're about 2 positions lower than the leader of all abjuration.
So, what you could do with they would.
Well, the thing is, most people don't waste their times on the arts, unfortunately. The Spider in his past life was a sailor who was a tattoo artist before we discovered him for having the knack of, well, rune crafting and things, and then we recruited him to the ley lines.
Sounds like a very fun character.
Oh, he's a turtle. Wonderful man.
Thank you for this information.
Of course. And what else were you looking for?
For me? Well,
You said there was 2 things, yeah? Oh, divination and then that. Yeah. Liara, just so you know, she grabs the cat by the tail and just starts spinning it around in circles. You hear
That's She put it near like as he was
Oh.
talking.
the child looks you in the face and just starts punching you in the cheek.
My dear child, why do you do that?
No, that's not.
Bitch.
That's not how you pet cats, Melissa.
I am not a cat.
Liara will show her how to start petting Ur's arm. That's how
Liara, I don't care how powerful you are. I will fight you on this. I am not a cat.
Hey, punches you in the cheek. Don't talk to my maker that way.
Sometimes makers must be corrected.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. She took away my matchbox.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna take you to their brain bowls so you can watch some things today. It's gonna be entertaining.
Oh, am I gonna beat the
you
shit out of that
matches?
nerd?
I got matches. I'll
Matches?
give her matches.
Yes.
I keep calling me
She-
a cat.
I'm just gonna reach over and take those matches.
Happy for 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Opposed athletics with the 3-year-old.
No
Yeah, I don't
need.
know.
You win.
I don't know if you have, but if you look at my character sheet, you should see all the stuff I bought. I had no idea what I needed to buy or not. So
Fuck
I
it,
went
just
all
buy it. Yeah.
Bag of holdings are nice.
She will now look over at the old man. Old man. Yes, little demonic child. I'm not a demon, I don't think. Anyways, where do I get holy water? And can holy water poison vampires? Some vampires are susceptible to holy water, and it can make them very uncomfortable. But if you want to get some, you would have to go to a more divine-oriented location. Or talk to the god over there. Lucian's already walking away.
We don't need to get holy water. I'm taking you to the brain bowl.
How much is it? Good luck. And he pats her on the head. By the way, Casimir, are vampires susceptible? And he's like whispering this so she doesn't hear. To holy water at your caliber?
At my level, yes. Below it, no.
Ah.
But only if I do not feed. So in about 2 minutes.
Oh, you
Right
need to
now
eat
I'm
something.
feeling- Oh, exceptionally so. I need to consume a vast amount of foods regularly.
Well, unfortunately, I am a frail old man, so I can't really help you.
Yes, I know. I'll
Why don't you
grab a
ask
snack
her?
on the way. Who?
Points at the bugbear.
Oh,
Mhm.
no.
Why not?
I have a propensity for not hurting animals.
I'll allow that one.
You're closer to, in my view, you're closer to animal than humanoid.
Yeah, don't feel bad. He calls me a hippo all the time.
You are a hippo.
To be fair, though, Owen, you are a GIF, so you are a hippo man.
So should I call all humans monkeys?
You could. You would arguably be correct.
All right, Frieza, let's calm down over there. Just
No, because we were we were monkeys or apes? I forget.
apes.
Apes.
Apes, but
Oh,
it's
you
just-
stupid monkeys.
Those are Saiyans. Those are closer to monkeys than.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with the Saiyans. Actually, You don't want to fuck with the last Saiyans.
Specifically, the three of them, and then their half-breed.
Yeah, but
progeny.
if the Saints actually exist in this world, I know who I must fight.
Yeah, of course. Broly. Anyways.
Specifically that one.
Well, unit. I've already assisted you, correct?
Yes.
Captain, do you need anything?
Yeah, do you know where my sister is? Lady, oh, hold on, I got this written down. I'm just gonna type it up. Bam. Lady Aaron?
That is way too much for Aaron.
It's the same way as Owen.
Yeah, I know. It's just that I started reading. I was like, where the fuck did you get it? Oh.
I'm gonna make that canon in your universe that all gifts have a super long name, but it's just an acronym.
I hate it so much. Do it. All right. Oh, Lady Aaron. I believe she was out working on transmuting lead into water. One of the realms, during the incursion of all of the, water getting sucked back into the other realms, kind of got cut off and were a little shy on their supplies. So she's currently working on finding excess lead from their realm to transform it into water so that we can then transmute it into clouds to gift them some more water for their crops and drinking and such. It's a difficult balance. The last person who tried doing it accidentally caused a hurricane. Which is why they decided to send her in to fix it.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. She's always doing like charity type stuff. I keep telling her, you got this great power. Make money.
Well, not all of us care for something as trivial as money. We want to further our minds and further the realms themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you can go someplace else and buy all their knowledge and then bring it back here.
Who buys knowledge? They just give it to us. I have a much easier solution to gaining knowledge.
Some people want money for books.
No, it's so much easier than that. Hello, little child. He twists his fingers. What is your name? Melissa Mayhem. See? Easy.
That's a nickname. It's just Melissa.
Yeah, that's just the nickname. Is that just the nickname? No, it isn't.
Okay, she's 4. Okay, 4-year-olds cause mayhem. Terrible 2s.
She's 3.
I'm
Yeah, Mom.
3.
4.
Well,
I'm sorry, she was in the Feywilds for a bit. Age was a little too
my ability allows me to get information from individuals by simply just making them more susceptible to speaking the truth.
Okay,
You
well, not
sound
all
very
of us
much
have that ability. So, yeah.
Well, why do you think they got rid of us?
I can think of other reasons, but I'm not going to bring them up.
Oh, come on. Not all of us are perverts.
But
Don't
enough
worry.
are.
Yeah, that's fair. I had quite a few students that I did bash in their skulls. It happens.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that y'all are, doing the investigations yourselves on yourselves.
Well, I mean, who do you trust to find the information? I understand. I get it. I'm okay with it. I'm no longer a headmaster. It's fine. That's why I'm just hanging out with you cool guys.
You're trying to get us drunk and... Oh, y'all be careful.
If I wanted information from you, I would already have it, sir.
Give a baby alcohol.
No, I'm the one who set up the barrier around the cup so the alcohol could not go in her mouth.
I'm 2.
Your physical composition is that of a fully matured woman. Your body can handle it. Your mind can handle very little, but your body can.
Does that hurt more?
But anyways, I will help you all conduct whatever researches you are looking for, and yeah. Then we can consider all of this bygones be bygones for the situation you had to deal with earlier. Fair?
Fair enough.
He'll look at everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was.
You got the VIP treatment, Luce.
Everything,
Like leather couch? Sure. Just
everything turned out all right in the end.
For a place that believes knowledge is key, knows damn well that putting somebody in a gray room with no stimuli is torture, you sure like doing it.
well, you
Wasn't that
see,
bad.
if we do that to everybody, they become more susceptible to interrogations. And you were only in there for 20 minutes, so
Wasn't even
It
that
felt
bad.
like eternity.
you need to go get yourself some medication, possibly some Ritalin, some Adderall,
Yeah.
or something.
Melissa started a fire. She could have been hurt, and she found
Where did you get all of the fire? I don't know. He twists his fingers again. I always keep a stash of matches hidden. You'll never find them. That thing
Prison
terrifies
pocket.
me. Don't, no. That
Where'd you
thing
get the stick?
terrifies me. It was in there from the last person that was in there.
What were you gonna do when they opened the door?
Nothing. He twists his fingers. I was gonna cap them in the knees.
That a girl. High five.
You all are very
Yep.
concerning to me.
Your
Yes, they are.
family
They're
is
from
fucked up.
They're
Like
from
Melissa,
a
you're
backwater.
but I don't know. I mean, Melissa's grandmother, in a sense, Liara's mother, is seems like the most wanted person. And then she's crazy. She's a different kind of crazy. What are we doing here?
Melissa
said
needs
that, you
strong
said that
courage.
Yara is crazy, that the child is crazy, and that it's something about the backwaterness. You realize he can twist and convert you to do anything that you want, and that poses no threat to you at all?
Well, I can only do that to weak minds. Like hers. Her mind is incredibly weak.
Yes, but
Yeah,
you can
yeah, he
force
d-
people to do as they wish.
And
Against their own wishes.
I could, yes, but I prefer conversation over doing that.
And they've been like half outlawed. He just got grandfathered in, so those people
Well,
don't
yeah.
really come around anymore.
Yeah, I haven't had a student in the way of enchantment in over 30 years.
So it's funny you mentioned that. So Melissa, since we're all going to be researching things, is going to need things to do, and I was hoping to put her in a school for gifted children, because she's the second smartest toddler in the realms.
You know
Soon to
what?
be-
Young lady. Uh-huh. How would you like to learn from me?
God.
Where I get to just twist my fingers and people tell me what they're thinking? Yeah. Yeah. Very good. She can study underneath me.
Enchantment's a very nice school of magic. You can make people happy with it.
It is a very respectable school of magic that you have to utilize in ways that are beneficial for civilization and society. To use magic in self-serving purposes in general is frowned upon and dangerous, and enchantment is vile. The most evil school. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no contesting it. You do what I say. Okay. Like,
Can you make sure her moral compass is realigned while you're teaching her?
well, she will have to make it through the Christiana ceremony, so I will assist in making sure that's done. Oh, and the Christiana ceremony is where your morality will be tested by the mages, and if they think that you are a danger, they kill you.
Excellent.
What if they think you're a danger by not wanting to kill?
No, they'll think you're a reasonable danger. Like this individual seeking to harm the multiverse. Fuck that guy.
Hey, Kaz, your wish might happen.
What wish? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, I heard you.
Well,
Oh,
be it.
hey, can you, now, I know this is weird, but, he's got a penguin that wants to take over the world, or the universe. Can we put it through the, christening as well?
no, of course
Let's
not.
leave
Animals are
penguin
not
out of this.
accepted within that. Wait,
But it's sentient.
the penguin they're still in the jail cells.
Oh, I should go get him.
No,
Uh...
let's say Pingu is evil.
I know I said I wanted to go to the transmutation school, but I was thinking about it. I think I should stay here. This is the divination area, right?
That is correct.
They're
Is
not
there a
100%
way-
right.
I do this spell that connects my mind with other things, but there's something that's heavily warded that I'm been trying to connect with for a while. Is there a way I may be able to connect with it just for about a minute?
Well, you might be able to talk to the divination school here to find that out.
I'd like to do that instead.
Right. Alrighty. Well, I will take each of you around to your respective locations, make your introductions, and you may conduct your researches and personal goals as you see fit. By the way, everybody, my name is Klein. No, not Klein. Isaiah. Isaiah Pfaff.
Nice.
Nice
To
to
meet
meet you.
you. Maybe.
Hello, Professor.
Since nobody bothered to ask my name and I talk to you more than anybody else, I figured I would just introduce myself.
Well, I already knew your name.
Of course you did. Anyways, guys, I think we're going to call the session here. You guys can prepare yourselves for your very short researches, and next week we'll just bam, 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 knock them all out of the way, and then get on with the story, all right? Players,
Sounds
thank
good.
you all very much
Yeah.
for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a great time. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Take care.